but we'll see.
Bam. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's going on?
Short bus, pull up. What's going on, short bus?
Christy, short bus.
Hey, everybody.
Tracy, Tracy, Dahlia, Brandy, sis, short bus. Who else in here? Yeah. So Neil, you need to bring your little booty up.
Tracy.
Executive backstage producer Brandy.
Right.
Yes. Go ahead, girl. Grab you a drink, get comfy. Let's get it. Yes. Hey,
Isn't
Miss
that a
Dahlia,
nice
girl.
comment? I like that comment.
What's going on, Tracy, my boo?
Yes,
Tracy.
Tracy was on the live with Mizzle too. It was lit.
Yes.
Oh, dang. I missed it. Dang. Hey, T. Racy, what's going on now, Miss Dahlia? We get started right now, child.
Right
What's
on
going
time.
on, Christy?
Hey,
Sir Neil, where you
Christy.
at, boo? What
Hey.
I'm gonna be doing throughout the live, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. I'm gonna be posting to everybody's social medias that y'all need to be following. Sir Neil also has a music. He has music that you all need to be checking out. So I'm gonna be posting that as well. Come on, Cher. Get it together. Get it together. How's everybody's week been going so far? It's been a crazy week. Everything that has been going on in the blog from the rooter to the tutor, baby, it has been a week. How y'all week been?
We've been okay. It was busy
It's
with
been good. It's been good. You know, I'm doing this little detox. That's why I'm not cammed up. So, you know, I'll be back and forth between here and the bathroom, you know.
it been
Girl,
busy
look,
at work. It was a lot going on, but
A lot.
I already know. I did that apple cider vinegar detox thing, and when I
Yeah.
tell you, it did help. I felt like it got a lot out of me, literally a lot out of me that I needed, and it helped me to sort of recharge and feel good. Even now, still, I actually I still try to, I still do my shot of apple cider vinegar in the morning, and then I do like super greens.
Right.
But I missed that for the last 2 days, and even still, because I had already been on the routine, and because I had just got through doing the detox with that apple cider vinegar and the cinnamon and the honey and all that, it worked tremendously.
Did
So,
it? Did it?
yes,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah,
yes.
really clean
While I
out.
was so tired and so sluggish and all that.
Oh, there goes
yeah.
Daniel. Hello, brother.
I do want to try
Hey.
that fufu. Have y'all
Hey.
had fufu before? Dahlia's asking, can you talk about your thoughts on trying to fufu? I've always wanted to try fufu, period. I didn't know it was a challenge until I see everybody talk
Yeah,
about it.
I was wondering what was going on. Thank you, Dahlia, because I'm sitting here. It was fufu and Ethiopian food all over the place. I'm like, when did this stuff break out? Like, it's been around, but
Yeah,
like,
it's
What's
been
going on
there.
lately? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know about that yellow slimy stuff though. That I've been seeing on everybody play. I don't know about that egg yolk looking nonsense. I don't know about that. The fufu, maybe I would mess with that. But all that other, there's something there that kind of looks like dog poo, and another thing looks like vomit or something. And there's no shade, but everybody's like it tastes good. But I eat with my eyes, so
I like that. I eat with my eyes too. If it don't look right, it ain't happening.
Fighting
right,
back.
Sorry. To the left, to the left. Y'all can take this
exactly.
shit.
It could be the most amazing thing that I'm missing. I would never know.
Dahlia say they're disrespecting the culture. The way, I mean, I get it. It's something new and
Hey,
everybody wants to try it because I want to try it too. Hey, Classy, what's going on, boo?
Classy.
I get it. I want to try it too, but I've always wanted to try it, not because it's a trend and it's something to do. I
right,
feel like when everybody now is making it a challenge and choosing to make videos about it, like, oh, I'm doing a fufu challenge. Like, what makes it a
right.
challenge? You would want to eat it because it's something good that you want to try because it's a different culture anyway, right? What makes
Right,
it
like I've had African food before. Like I like peanut, what's that? Peanut soup or whatever and stuff. That's
Mhm.
good, you know. So there's some good stuff. But like I said, from what I've seen, and maybe because they're trying to get clout, it's like they just got all the jokes in the world about the slimy stuff. But I'm just like I'm straight. I always try everything but that stuff.
I want to try fufu, period, because it just looks good. I want to try the okra stew and all that just because it looks good.
Yeah, the food looks good,
Yeah, it
but
looks
it's like I
good.
like the
Hell yeah.
texture. You know, like the texture of it. Like you feel me?
Mhm.
Like is it like mashed potato weed, but not really?
It
Like
looks. It looks
Okay,
like a
but you guys,
dove to me. I could be completely wrong.
as
Dahlia,
a
if
as
you
a,
know
as a
for
child
real,
of an
she's
immigrant, as a
asking
child
you
of a black
asking.
immigrant,
Are you serious,
it comes
Tyler?
off as rude.
That's crazy. That's
It comes
ignorant to ask that.
it comes off as rude as a child of
Was a challenge.
off the back of an immigrant.
Mhm.
Yeah, it comes off as rude, and that shit is regular. You're talking about okra. Black people don't like okra. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
black
do.
Just
people, we
just to
like
go,
I
yeah.
okra.
love
Don't
me some old
But
okra and next
but the
shit.
whole point, that's the slimy part they're
we
talking
eat
about. That's the
okra.
whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We eat niggas eat okra. That's my whole point. Niggas eat okra too, fried, dried, dyed,
Right,
rolled, and
right.
My
everything
mother
else.
make a
But
good on okra
to
too.
make it a thing, it's like it's I don't know if it's reverse racism. I don't know what to call it, but
I
it's
see what you're
awkward
talking about.
to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, because it's like regular between all of our diasporas across the board as
I
being black
see
Like
that.
what
people.
to point it out as different in another culture as like ew when it's a common. It's common.
Yeah.
It's regular. It's regular. You eat okra too.
Yeah, I don't. I feel the same way, Dahlia. Why even point it out like that? If you don't have nothing good to say about it, I would
Right.
feel
Because that's
disrespected
what
to
I've
it.
seen in a lot of the videos too, where people it's like they just trying to eat it for a key, like a TikTok
Mhm.
or whatever and stuff. Where
Yeah.
it's probably not as bad as what they're saying, but it's like the reactions that they're
But
giving.
okra is so nutritious for your body. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okra
They
Right.
would
is
say
good
like
as shit.
they would say
Way
okra is
back.
like good for the yolk of the man and it's good for the yolk of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okra, even you can take it and
Fill in the
steam
blank.
it. Okra gel is good for your hair too.
Really?
A lot of people
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah,
okra is
it's
good for the
all good
body,
for
you know what I'm
the
saying? It's like I I have uncles that will pick up the okra plant off and just bite it like right off of it. I can't do that.
Oh
So,
wow.
you
No.
know what I'm saying? But it's good for the yolk, it's good for
Oh
the
no.
body. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no.
hair.
But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But okra is more black than
Sunshine.
macaroni
Sunshine,
and
is
Hey
that
cheese.
you,
everybody.
girl?
Hey,
Hey,
sunshine.
boo.
Hi.
Chitlins, and you know what? I heard chitlins are so
Uh,
can't get jiggy with that. And my family's from the
Hey
south. I
everybody.
can't get jiggy with
No
that.
Hey,
chicken.
Sunshine sis.
No chicken.
Listen, I'm gonna tell
hell,
you right now.
mm.
I will, if my daddy or my grandma made them, I will fuck some chitlins up. Give me some hot sauce, some black eyed peas, some little sweet cornbread,
Yeah,
some
my
of
mother
that
told
good
me I
Louisiana
don't know
hot
what I'm
sauce.
missing. She be like I'll be missing everything. I'm too city like hog
I'm
head.
trying to
I can't
tell
get
you.
jiggy with that. I just can't. I can't. I was like,
I
listen,
can't either. I'm with you. I'm with you, James. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's a no with the cheese and
Baby,
the chitlins.
right.
It's a no, no, no.
I get down on the floor on some chitlins. You better ask somebody. My daddy
Even
gave me some,
picnic.
and
My
I only
mother
eat
was.
them
Mhm.
that one time, and it's for Christmas whenever my dad makes them. It used to be like once a year for the holidays. Other than that, on a regular basis now, just because for that moment, I don't think about what I'm eating. You
Yeah,
understand if that makes sense?
it makes
That's
total sense.
love. That's
What
Neil,
about
love.
you be
That's
Sir
love.
vomiting?
Neil, don't say nothing, Sir Neil, because I see how you laughed and you look to the side.
Oh
Don't
Everybody
even
know
no!
say
what they tried to give me pig
Yeah,
feet when I was
yeah,
a kid, and I just
Do
put
I need to
all
turn my camera
the
off? Do I need to turn my
that.
camera off?
I seen everything in that look. I seen everything. But no,
I
for
used to
that
eat
moment,
them
I
as
don't think about what I'm
kids.
eating. The shit is
As a
good.
kid, I ate them, but now I can't eat them as an adult.
My mother gave
No.
me pig feet, and I was looking for the meat because I was one of them kids that like
Yeah.
lean meat. I didn't like
Okay,
fat meat.
Aki,
So I just kept
Aki,
picking off and picking off and
flavorful.
picking off to find it was a little tiny piece of lean meat in there. I was like, "Oh, I'm finished. Let me get another one." She was like, "No, you got all that on your plate." I said, "I'm supposed to eat that stuff." No.
Ooh, I've never had them.
I don't like the fat either.
Oxtails are the bomb too. Oh, oxtails
Yeah,
are my
I
favorite.
tell
My son
everything.
loves
Oxtail
oxtails.
all top, pon top, go. Oxtail go.
Hey,
I
Saya,
love some
Saya, bro.
oxtails. I
Hey,
can eat some
Zaya.
oxtails.
Hey,
Just
sorry,
like I love some beef cheeks. Don't nobody, y'all know what beef
I don't know
cheeks
nothing
are?
about that.
Ooh, I would
You
love to
I've
try
heard
that though.
about
Okay,
Damn,
beef
y'all
I'm
need to
trying
cheeks.
to
get into it. Beef cheeks
I've
are just
heard about
like
them, but I've never
okay.
had them.
Some people would say beef cheeks are just as disgusting as chitlins, but
but
really.
why?
it's just the jowls of the cow, like underneath here of the cow, and it's just meat.
say
It's
I never heard of that.
Baby, if
uh,
I can eat
uh,
chitlins,
I
I
would
can
try
damn
it
eat some
meat
beef.
shit.
before the
Let me
chitlins.
roll through and I'll make some beef
I keep
cheeks.
on my
You beef
pause.
cheeks is
Sorry,
way better
yo.
than chitlins. They attached to the ass.
You ever
So
ate beef tongue?
you say
I
what
never
now?
beef
Say that
tongue.
again. What you say, Paula?
You ever ate beef tongue?
Oh no.
Oh
Nice.
no.
Oh
No,
my
Lengua,
God.
lengua, lengua. No, we don't eat no
Lengua.
lengua over
No, I've
here.
never
No
had
lengua.
lengua.
yeah, I never
No,
had
no
that either.
lengua.
I
No
had cow
lengua.
tongue before.
I've not had pig feet, T-Racy, but that's the big thing in my family just because we from Texas and like my
Now
family.
I'd had that pigtails, pig ears. I'd had all that barbecue pigtails, and yeah,
See, that's that hog head cheese stuff.
Yeah.
I like hog head cheese.
Bomb.
I like that. I like hog head cheese
I
with some
swear.
with some crackers and some cheese, some cheddar cheese. Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm tired of
Man,
Child.
I swear on my mama, I got some hog head cheese in my refrigerator right
Yeah.
now. Fight
You
me, whoever
alive?
don't like it, and it's good.
Oh,
I just
child.
Put him up. Put him up. Put him up.
Y'all didn't have to worry about me. No, ma'am.
I
No,
will throw
ma'am.
down on some damn
that homemade sauce.
I mean,
Homemade
lasagna.
sauce. Is it called sauce or something? That is so good. My auntie make that.
What is
It's
that?
just homemade. It's still like hot hog cheese is just homemade.
Yeah,
Y'all
hog
see
head cheese is homemade. Hog head cheese is regular for a lot of
Yeah.
folks.
Eritrean food, guys. Try. Am I pronouncing that right? Eritrean. She said try some
Eritrean, yes,
Eritrean.
I told you, yeah, remember I told, yes, my mother is Eritrean. That's why I was like, when you guys were talking about the food, and I said it was offensive. Yeah,
That
I
it.
like
Girl,
business on a drunk night. Like if I'm drunk playing spades with some people. You know?
basic
But
says,
yeah.
I
I'm gonna
don't
get everybody drunk and feed
girl.
y'all Eritrean food and chitlins.
ooh, child, no, you're not.
Okay. If I can eat chitlins, I can damn sure try some
Motherfucker.
Eritrean
Yeah,
food.
yeah,
I have
especially
no
you
doubt.
men, stop playing.
No,
Get
no,
drunk and give them
sir.
some motherfucking.
Tracy
I'm gonna
said
give them
it.
some fufu. Eat with your hands. You pick it up
I
like this,
want
and
some.
That's
I'm
another
there with
thing.
it.
Is it really hard to eat fufu, like to pick the fufu up? Because that's
no,
what
it
they
isn't.
act
It's
like in
like
the
a
video, like it was so
okay.
hard
No,
to.
if you
I love
no.
African food. Like
Have
I
you
Okay.
had
love it.
have you had you've all had Mexican food, right?
Right.
Everyone's had Mexican food, right? So
Uh-huh.
picture a
Mhm.
tortilla, picking a tortilla up and lifting the beans up like that, and just it's the same
Because
thing.
they was making it seem like, oh my God, it's so hard. I was like, listen, I don't want nothing that's hard to do. So I think it was just chocolate.
Yeah,
And I'm like, how hard could it be to scoop?
it's not. It's not.
It just seems
It's the
like it's
same thing.
dough. It just seems like it's bread,
Yeah.
butter,
Yeah,
and bacon. It's
it's
just
the same.
dough. And
It's a tortilla. It's a flattened bread.
Okay.
Like you can go with
yeah, look
you can
at
call it
Hey,
pita. You can call it
like,
tortilla.
I had to finish cleaning up
Hey,
the family.
hello,
Hey,
beautiful.
pretty
Come through with
girl.
the ring
her.
band,
Big
okay?
girl.
Come through. You about to give us a speech? Come through.
Look
What
like
you
a
want me
queen.
to say?
Not right now.
Come through. You about to tell us what? Come on, elevate us.
Rude, y'all. So for
Why she
tonight,
look so peaceful?
she
look
always
at
She does.
you.
I've been on TikTok all day. I'm gonna get this damn cat.
You want to get that bust it down, girl? I
But
want to
my
make a
knees,
TikTok
my
video
knees
so
won't let me
bad.
do it. My knees won't let me be great.
Dominique.
I want to do
I
a damn
told
TikTok
y'all.
video so bad, but I just don't know what to do because there's so
Do
many
something.
different things
Hey,
on there.
sis, Black Diamond.
If I
But
catch anybody busting it down, I'm telling everybody's husband. I
Oh,
bet nobody's busting
everybody.
it down.
Snitch. Snitch. Her little snitch. Live in the
snitching.
closet.
I'm
Black
snitching.
Black Diamond, y'all say
You gonna treat you like how Nature Boy treat them girls. Put him in the closet.
Oh, thank you, Tissy. Thank you.
I
Wait,
can't
get
stand
to the nature boy part. Okay,
Man.
I'm just gonna sit. Okay, get to the nature boy.
I can't do Nature Boy. I can't, y'all.
I am.
I tried.
Hey, remember when I told y'all like, who the hell is Nature Boy? I'm like, see,
Hey,
now
Renee,
y'all know.
boo.
I did. I looked it up. It was so
Okay.
salacious. It was crazy. He's
They-
just as salacious as Roland Ray.
But
Okay.
speaking of that, but see, this is the thing when people be doing stuff in couch chasing because there's this lady called Mama Wanda. She's on YouTube. Mama Wanda used to be a part of they whatever and stuff, and I guess something went
Correct.
and she's out here talking about how that poor little baby has been fondled with or something and talking about her lower parts like a grown ass woman. Somebody needs to slap that lady. Where if that's
See,
Who said
I thought Mama Wanda died though, because
no, that's mama Damn, I forgot her name. Mama One. She had a channel on YouTube. You could just go look her.
Because I actually been following him and just following just like sister
She don't know
Materia.
what
I've been following him and just like, cause I'm like, they are brainwashed. There is a cult over there. They are in the cult.
It is. Sunshine, that's what I gathered too.
Velvet, you know, she escaped the cult and she
Velvet,
will help her family, right? Something wrong with old girl. Like, she don't think she needs psychiatric help, but she really do, like, to get over what happened, because this is what she did. She decided that she, I guess, wants to live her life or whatever you call it. So she don't even know Mama Wanda like that. It's like some social media type thing. Long story short, she went and left her mother's house and took Elia and dropped her at this lady house, who's on there on camera with her daughter and some other kids, eating out of a spoon and giving it, feeding her out her mouth. Basically, you're not even related to this little kid. Yes, and then she said she changed the diaper, so that's what's going around on YouTube now. Or whatever.
I haven't seen that, and I follow Velvet. I follow all the women that have left everything.
You gotta go to like the to what's it's the T. You gotta go to that channel and SK Davis. I'll send y'all the link. They be doing like the updates and the recaps or whatever on what goes on as far as on Instagram and on Bigo and with all of them and what's going on. But yeah, Mama Wanda got mad or something because Velvet ain't invite her to a birthday party or something. This is how petty these old people be in the 2021. But yeah, so now she going around saying,
how if the cultish behavior, we're all calling it, us being of our different Christian dioceses, whatever the fuck it is, that it's cultish. It's like you can clock it. It's cultish.
Yeah, you're right. It is a cult.
And
exactly
remember, okay, who was the young man that he was in the bingo with, who called his wife? Okay, he is also a cult leader. He's also a cult leader.
But I think probably a more tame than this Nature Boy kid. Nature Boy is like them
because they're handsome, they're charismatic, they bring women in. They're handsome, charismatic. That's it. They're handsome and charismatic. That's about it.
Sir Neil, I have to now. I System tell y'all, I be following both of them. I follow both of them and I watch them on Bigo. Then I go to YouTube and watch what I missed off Bigo to YouTube. TKO is he's different from Nature Boy. But he's also, I still don't like the way he talk. Like I don't know.
Is he better than Nature Boy?
Yes, he's way better than Nature Boy because he tells them, he wants them to have their own mind. He doesn't want to. He don't want to tell them what to do. He wants you to get out there and do what you got to do on your own. He wants to support you, but not tell you what to do. Like he said, you a grown woman. I shouldn't have to tell you step by step. You make your own money. I'm here to support you. So
you know what a cattle wrangler is? What a cattle wrangler is? You keep the cattle, you let them run free, you let them graze. You know, it's that South shit. You know what I'm saying? You let them out and graze, whatever. He's still a cult leader, but he has a different direction.
Right. No, I don't get that from TKO. No, and I'm gonna say this because I don't get that from him. I get that from Nature Boy, but I don't get that from TKO.
Nature Boy is sick. He is really
and then poor Malia, they done banished Malia.
Oh, Lord, poor Malia.
It was like Malia run. They done messed her brain up worse than Velvet or whatever stuff because she thought she was gonna be the number one chick when Velvet.
When y'all told me about that,
they done made they kicked her off.
How you get kicked out of South America?
I was in that live.
How you get kicked out of South America?
Huh?
He in
Mexico.
Mexico.
Boy got kicked out of South America.
He's lying wherever the hell he is because and you know what puzzles me? If they supposed to be off the land and all this natural stuff, I haven't seen a farm yet. I haven't seen a piece of corn picked. I haven't seen a banana off a tree picked.
Exactly.
Not nothing. Right. So I don't get this.
Exactly. Ain't nobody planting no seed. Ain't nobody shucking no corn.
Right. What's going on?
So if you tell them to live off the land,
exactly.
But I just say Nature Boy is a cult. Nature, and I'm gonna say I sit in there. I don't know, when I'm stuck on something, I just have to see something out. It just the Malia thing I got stuck on, the Velvet thing I got stuck on.
Question. So the woman that left Nature Boy and went with TKO, she ended up going back to Nature Boy.
No, she's not back with Nature Boy. She needs to get herself together.
Let me tell you, that chick right there, she's looking to be taken care of. She's one of those because she's been on all as far as the Black consciousness circle. Because that's Prince Malik or whatever stuff. That was his first chick. You understand? So the Nature Boy stole her. She just wants to be taken care of. You understand?
So she's a conscious thought, if I can say that.
Basically.
You know what? She's screwed up. And one thing I can say about her, because I follow her too, she needs to be reprogrammed.
Very much so.
She needs to figure out herself.
Why was she programmed in the first place?
Because she was with Nature Boy. He breaks them down.
But you know what?
He said he is God. He is better than God. This came out of his mouth. He is better than God.
Nature Boy has done stuff to Nateri, but Nateri was broken before Nature Boy got her. Because I see her she's from Sarnetta and all them. I don't know if you know about Sarnetta and stuff. Because I've known about her years before she even got with Nature Boy.
In my research, you guys discover Nature Boy's
whatever the dude is about. She has no identity. So whatever that's what she
did you guys discover Nature Boy's gay sex tape?
I heard, but I heard about that, and I also heard that
I found it and watched it.
He used to do porn. He never denied that. He told the truth about that. And I heard, it was a rumor going around that him and Cherry the Boom Boom had something, but Cherry the Boom Boom cleared it up. They cleared that up. It said that Cherry the Boom Boom cleared it up and said that she never, she said, I'll tell you if I had sex with somebody. I ain't never had sex with him. But it was a rumor going around. When I tell you I follow these people and watch everything. I'll go back and watch if I miss something or anything.
Y'all, it's your fault. Y'all told me about this and I looked it up. What he was doing was masturbation porn. And he had one with a physical, a doctor, giving him a physical, and then they did certain.
Oh, he did more than that. You have to hear the live. He did more than that. No, he did what he told the story about 3 weeks ago. It was a long live, but he told everything. I'll show you a page where they repost all his stuff from Bigo. And when I'm telling y'all, I was like, whoa. He didn't have no mother, no father. He didn't have none of that.
Really?
And today is he's looking for.
I
was just going to say that.
He wants them to be their mother. He said that today. Today in his life, he was like, "You supposed to be my mother. You supposed to be that nurturing woman, motherfucker. You grown. I raised my kids."
A grown ass man trying to create a cult.
I thought he said he was God though. What the hell you need to be raised if you God? I thought God is all knowing, all seeing. He got to get it together.
No, honey, he said he is God. No, he said he is God.
He don't need no damn mother.
He calls him a cipher or something like that.
He thinks he's a messiah, where it's
the messiah.
That's why I can understand where Sunshine's coming from, where there's a difference between him and TKO. Where that's more cultish to make people feel like that you're God and you gave your life and all this other stuff. TKO is just, a man that got a bunch of women.
But it's called a God complex.
It gets deeper than that though, because even the men that's in the camp with him, they even deprogram. You cannot say anything against Nature Boy. They block you, they mute you.
They really program.
They were all doing gay activities. That's what I said.
Their wives came with them, their girlfriends, and they're now Nature Boys. Most of them women came with one of them, and then now they're talking about they not in their feelings about it because that's not being their higher self and all this.
No. Man, Nature Boy don't mess with their wives. I thought so too.
Malia was with Tron when Tron came there. Malia and Tron came together with Nature Boy.
Now the one guy that I watched, because all his people go live on Bigo and
they already told the stuff because Velvet already told the tea. But if you go all the way back to the beginning of Nature Boy, the little light-skinned girl that's not there no more, like that Anna. Malia, she came with Tron. Tron is the tall, dark-skinned one or whatever and stuff like that. The more built out.
I see him. He the
she
one
came there with him. Who else came with who? Natiri or whatever and stuff. Natiri was Solar's wife with Zoka or whatever. Nature Boy snatched her. Then,
Why
Zoka
is it
baby
so
died
deep?
too.
Who are these
Zoka baby
people?
died.
but then CC,
Mizzle,
y'all
you hear
gotta
this?
watch SKL because she supposedly got some footage that's a whole damn hoax or whatever.
What, the baby died?
Yes, that they have video footage. This another channel called Troll something has video footage of her. You know how like the baby bundle carrier thing, the
Mhm.
African of her with that on covering a baby's head up before like days before they did that. But I could see if they did lie about it. It's messed up to
Oh, I
lie
can
about it.
understand if they did lie about it because people want to see the baby and they was already talking stuff about the baby and
Exactly. They
everything. So
already
I can
called
understand that.
CPS and all this other stuff because that's why he can't have kids on the camera. So I totally get it. But that's word on the street. You understand? For people that be digging.
Oh,
Wait, do we
and
understand
then,
how like the whole conversation, how convoluted it sounds of us trying to
yeah, but
explain
it's
it
still entertaining.
between each other?
Right.
Yeah, quite entertaining. It's quite entertaining. But I'm
Better
like,
them
damn,
than
like
me.
for real?
Exactly.
I'm like,
It's
for
crazy.
real? Like,
Yeah,
for
but
real?
it's a difference though between him and TKO. Like I'm just, it's a big difference between them two. Like I like TKO. Like he be having, I think I just like his swag. Like he got this confidence. Like I don't give a fuck
And
what
then his
y'all.
wives, they all look tough and well together. Like he provides for them. I don't
Yeah.
know who the hell wants to go with Nature Boy and not take no showers and whatnot. Like I don't understand that.
And they only eat once a day. They eat one big meal a day. One big meal a day. That's it.
That is
One big
crazy.
meal. Oh yeah, they be having them women on that panel. Yesterday.
You say my mind is blown. Brandy, I can't keep up with that shit.
It was
For
some
real,
women
I
on
can't
the panel
either.
talking about leaving their kids to come out there, and they was like,
Yeah.
how can they be better for their kids
Right.
if they not better for themselves? Boy, them people in that chat
Maybe
like
that's what
that.
broke Malia down too, because remember Malia left basically grown child, like a 3 or 4 year old or whatever to come there.
But Malia was messed up before she came because that child that she had is by her sister husband.
Right.
What?
Yes.
That's a fact.
So Malia been messed up.
Then I forgot. That's what it reminded me too. You know the boy True, the light skin funny looking one, True or whatever. He been with his baby mother Sheba. So that's the other one where they go back and forth. What's Riku or Uku, whatever the light skin one, the funny looking light skin girl, she came there with her boyfriend. That's what they do. And then they go and be like, oh, we looking for a higher experience. Y'all are not grown enough.
Me too, Renee.
Tell me that y'all okay with that.
That's what they are, cope.
Right.
They are cope.
It's all cultish. It all sounds cultish. You can.
It is. That's exactly what they are.
It's child. They a hot ass goddamn mess. I can't.
But I can't stop watching.
I tried to watch a little bit of it yesterday.
Look at me right.
They're not. They messing it all the way up.
Oh yeah, they messed it totally up. They did it on their version and they screwed it up because basically he would tell you he doing it the way he want to do it.
Right.
He's doing it how he want to do it.
Like you understand?
Don't nobody tell him what
they burning. So like, that's the word because he could heal herpes and whatnot. No, for real. That's what he sit there and tell people because a couple of them got up there talk about he healed their herpes and stuff.
Yep.
Like the She healed herpes. That's probably why TKO was like going about your business. I just want to win this PK.
Confusion. This is all confusion. Confusion. I call confusion.
But y'all, let's get into the topics that we got going on tonight. We got all the way off track. Thank y'all to everybody that came in and joined us on the Real Queens Real Talk panel with the Queen's perspective tonight, y'all. We got 4 major things that we're gonna get into tonight. Of course, we have to say goodbye. It was a sad week. We lost Cicely Tyson, Larry King, and Hank Aaron. All 3 legends are Cicely Tyson. That's everybody's grandmother, period. If you that's your grandmama. We're also going to get
if you like it or not.
Oh, whether you okay, thank you. We're going to get into the Wendy Williams biopic. Her movie came on last night, as well as like a behind the scenes type biography type thing that she did. It was a whole lot of tea that went on with that. We're going to get into T.I. and Tiny, y'all. They out here on some R. Kelly, Bill Cosby type shit. We don't know what's going on. We're going to talk about that. And then we are also going to get into Kiki Wyatt. Kiki Wyatt got into a lot of shit on Bigo over this last 24, 48 hours. She got into it with MC Shaky. She got into it with Milan Christopher over some goddamn chicken. We gonna get into that. We gonna end off on that note because we gotta end on some dumb shit because that's just some dumb shit.
Pure buffoonery. Like, yeah, we definitely have to end on that.
Pure buffoonery. But first and foremost, yes, this week we lost Hank Aaron. Not basketball, child. Y'all forgive me. I've been drinking. Baseball legend Hank Aaron. He passed away at the age of 86. Died peacefully in his sleep. Now he had just gotten the COVID vaccine on January the 5th. He was basically not promoting, but stressing to other people in the African American community that, this drug is safe, this vaccine is safe to take. We shouldn't be afraid of it. We should do this. Now, I am not in any way, shape, form, or matter relating his death to the C-19 vaccine. However, I am saying he just got that done and he passed away peacefully in his sleep, which is one way I'm sure, Lord forgive me, we would all like to go if we're going to pass away, is to let it be, please be peacefully in my dog.
Yeah, right.
Okay, his wife did come out and say that he did not die from C-19, whatever.
For the vaccine, I don't think it was. It was just a coinky.
Yeah.
I think she was more upset because they said that I think she was more upset that they filed his death as C-19. And she came out like, no. Yeah, and she was like, well, the media did. He died of C-19. And she was like, no, he didn't. Plain and simple, y'all lying. She cleared that up real quick on her behalf for her husband's sake. So
okay.
Yeah.
And then y'all gotta realize too, he was 85, 86 years old.
86, yeah. 86. He
was just his time.
Oh wow.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to die from natural causes.
Right.
The cause is age.
Yep.
The cause is age.
Yes.
And his body gave up. But that's why his wife came out. For you to say he was a victim of C-19, we're gonna say that. It kind of takes away from his legacy, you know what I'm saying? She tagged him with that, you know what I'm saying? There was also another rock and roll star who just died, and his wife came out and said the same thing. She clarified he did not die from COVID; he died from A, B, or C.
Okay.
Because they're tagging everybody that's dying. They died from COVID, and it was something. Yeah.
The same with Larry King. Larry King passed away at 87.
Yeah.
He had an infection that ended up turning into sepsis.
Yeah.
And although he was in the emergency room, was it last year because of C-19? But his family is saying that that man has survived a lot. He's had prostate cancer, he had lung cancer, he had stroke, he had like blood circulation issues, like he had heart disease, he had all kind of things going on with him. Like, talk about
wives.
Okay, and he had like 7 or 8 wives. He
been married 7, 8 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's
7 times?
Last year? I think it was 7 times. Last year,
he married one wife twice. Yeah, he married one wife twice.
Yeah. He had 2 children that passed away.
How you marry a wife twice? How you marry a wife twice?
You
he divorced her, then remarried her?
He probably just remarried her. He was in love with her. No more. And he was like,
they got a divorce.
I love you, bitch. I love you right now.
Right, like I'm gonna get back to you. Like he done had a bunch of bad spills or something, and it was like,
Nene did that, y'all. Nene from Atlanta Housewives. Her and Greg got divorced, but they got remarried.
Yeah,
but they didn't have partners in between.
It can happen. Yeah, the media is a mess right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, he lived a beautiful life as well. But Cicely Tyson, y'all, Cicely Tyson had me in tears. 96 years old, bad in a motherfucker.
Yes, honey.
Flawless.
Beautiful, still to this day. Baby, when that fumed, I want to be a witness to that fume, baby.
Why we gotta have a Zoom fume though? Why we gotta have a Zoom fume?
No, baby, we need to do it like that. That fume needs to be like Reaper's fume. Now
For
what
real.
that was
Just like Aretha. Yes.
It needs to be black excellence.
Aretha's
It
funeral.
needs to be
I
a
took out
parade.
work to watch her funeral online
And
on
I
TV.
watching Aretha's funeral. I'm like,
Wait, I
look
was
here.
like, how do you paint so many limousines pink? I was like, how?
Because look
Baby,
who it was,
they
the
did
queen.
that.
The queen.
She was the only woman I ever knew that had an outfit change at a funeral. You was a bad bitch.
At the
Yes.
funeral. At the funeral.
Yeah, it was
outfit
The
changes
funeral.
at your funeral. Bitch, you's a bad bitch.
What
You
time
a
did
bad
her funeral
bitch.
start? I forgot what time it started, but I sat in the same spot, and it was like 6 o'clock when my husband came home. He said, "I know damn well you ain't sitting in the same spot. I left her here this morning."
That
Yeah,
was the
you
longest
got 8 hours.
ever.
This shit was a whole shift of work.
Yes,
My coworker said, Mo, are you still white? Yes, I'm breathing. Leave me alone, I'm breathing now.
Yeah, I was sitting in the same spot.
I'm waiting for the break. Somebody about to sing. Somebody else about to sing. Shut up. Don't say that.
They was like, Mo, you okay? No, I said no.
Jennifer Hudson about to come up. Jennifer Hudson about to come up. Jennifer Hudson about to come on stage.
That's
baby. That's see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, third ward. Let me drop it, bro.
What's anyone's favorite Sicily moment, if y'all could say?
Say what?
When she played a woman named Moses.
I can remember when.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I see when she was in Family Movie when she did that speech to all the family, and she
that was a good speech.
Everybody and everybody listening. I was like, that was great because she said she got everybody stop their drama and listen to it. It's now. Hug your sisters, your brothers, everything. I love that.
Because she's always been a matriarch. She's always been a matriarch of theater, of black theater. Not only of the family, she's been the matriarch of our viewing of cinema.
Yes, absolutely.
So in every movie that we can think of, the latest is 52.
Oh yes, he raised. Yeah, she was good.
Everybody has had an experience with Cicely Tyson where she nurtured them. And so she is the matriarch of our black cinema.
Yep. And she didn't have any kids, but she is the godmother of Lenny Kravitz. His mother and her were best friends. She's Tyler Perry's son.
She looks at Tyler Perry. She called Tyler Perry's son.
Yeah, she's Tyler Perry's son's godmother, and there's one other person, y'all. Let me think. I read it.
She my godmama. She your godmama.
Okay, Auntie, I see you lurking. I'm just drinking water. I see you in the. I'm sorry, my auntie here. I'm drinking water, Auntie. Not Auntie Momo.
You feel me? Some of the movies that Cicely Tyson played in, she did How to Get Away with Murder. She did The Help. Roots, A Woman Called Moses, Fried Green Tomatoes, Sounder.
Fried Green Tomatoes is my favorite.
Yeah. The Marva Collins Story, the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, King, The Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Family Reunion, Mission Impossible, and Idlewild. That's just a few of them. If you were just to keep on listening, baby, we would be here for a few minutes because she's the bad.
We can go on, and she never played a maid. She never played a maid.
She had one kid, but I don't see the kid name. So
she never played a maid, is what I was saying. She refused to play a maid, and that was her honor, and that was for her respect, because in her time frame, all they wanted to do was place her as a maid, and she was like, no, nigga, no.
She pays younger artists now.
Yeah, she did. She really did.
Like,
I'm not playing no maid at all.
Oh yeah, Brandy, she did do good. Yep. Hey, Vanity.
What's going on, boo?
Hey, Vanity Boo.
But y'all, they will greatly be missed. Tyler Perry has said so many kind words about her. He's grieving. And you can, it was just so sad. He did a nice little tribute to her. I believe it was on his IG page that he did. But that's a hard one right there. Cicely Tyson was a hard one, regardless of who you are. You have seen the movie, or you have seen something about Cicely Tyson. That was an icon.
Yeah. Your name got to be Salt and Pepper to not know anything about Cicely Tyson.
That's true.
Changed from that respect. Yep. Absolutely, y'all. So God bless their family. God bless everybody, because and God bless Tyler Perry, Lord. Tyler Perry finna give us some good little old movies now, child. He gonna do some kind of
writers. He better.
That's his heart. The Wendy Williams biopic.
You ain't right,
I seen
man.
the Wendy Williams movie last night, y'all. That movie was a hot ass mess. Who all seen the movie?
Oh.
Now, the movie hit on her career from the moment, was it she got out of was it when she got out of college and she went to her first? No, it started from when she was a child. Yes. She had always been a big child. I guess she was taller and just had bigger bones than the rest of the kids. And it started
big
off
shoulders. Big shoulders.
Big broad shoulders. I ain't even mad at having a man with shoulders. But she was, she was teased. Her daddy of all people was telling her that she was big and that she needed to lose weight, stuff like that. And so that sort of was a fuel to her to being this, I guess you would say, this icon that she is now. Wendy went through a lot. Now, it was tea that I didn't even know about Wendy. Yes. I was watching a biography after the movie. In the first few minutes of the movie, we seen that Wendy suffered a sexual assault by a wonder rapper. She didn't say who it was. We still don't know who it is. Who is it, Sunshine?
It's Eric B.
Eric B.
Before Eric B.
No, I mean, that's
Eric B.
No,
you gotta read between the codes. My mom made a good point. She was like, she said, when she said that I'm still alive, it couldn't be nobody else but Easy E, like my mom said, because my mom said if you look at the wow. Yes, my mom pointed that out to me. She was like, the only person at that time, why would she have to go get an AIDS test? And the only person at that time.
That's an abortion, my bad.
No, the abortion was Eric B, but when she had to get that AIDS test.
But it wasn't no little bitty dude unless it was purposely.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't, they have to mix some stuff up and now make it out. That's why she didn't mention that who it was.
Yeah, she didn't mention the name. She
did not mention the name.
And to put credence to what Sunshine is saying is she named everybody she had the one night stand with, blah 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 blah, but that rapper was unnamed.
But she gave him he was right. Because they say the name like Ricky T, something like that. They gave us
she did not say his name. No.
Yeah, no. But she said everybody else's name. Like she slipped in Method Man's name. Like she slipped in Eric B's name.
Right.
They said the name.
Eric B.
They used the guy in the movie.
I didn't know Eric B was a fuckboy like that though.
I didn't know he was that attractive either.
Amen.
Yes, Lord, yes, he was.
Didn't know, but I guess
she just got too much work done. She just did too much. They said she wasn't bad back then. That's what a lot of people
She was pretty.
She was not. She was not. Oh, she messed herself up.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. I think one thing is like she was putting so much on how tall she is, how big she is, but brolic niggas like brolic bitches. You know what I'm saying? So it was no reason to fix yourself up like that because a brolic nigga that's above 6'4", 6'5". He don't want like no sandwich, you know. So I believe that she was in that field. I believe everything she said because she was a big bitch and she liked big niggas, and that's what she got.
Vanity, I paid attention to that too. She said the guy who did the assault on her was a one-hit wonder. That's why I don't think it's Easy E because he wasn't no one.
You said the one that did the rape?
Yeah, the one that did the rape. She said he was a one-hit wonder.
That was the R&B singer, Sir Rick or whatever. Sherrick.
And then on top of that, if you see the biography that she did after the movie, they were they were asking her like, "Who is it? Will you name?" She was like, "I'll name him. I'll name him. Y'all want me to name him?" I really said. And they were like, "Yes." And she was like, "You know what? I'll spare him because he isn't even worth it. I'll spare him that." So I don't think it's Easy
name in the movie.
It's not Easy E. It's Sherrick because he spoke in a couple of other interviews. He was an R&B singer that was popping at the time, like when she first started, like doing radio stuff.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he's very.
I didn't know he existed.
I had never heard that name.
Early 90s, like he was a big deal. But the only song that I know of his that other people may know is from The Last Dragon, the part with the little Asian kids.
The Last Dragon. Come on.
That's so she said one hit wonder, right?
Yeah,
like one hit wonder. Yep.
He wasn't. She said one hit wonder.
Yeah, she said he was the one hit wonder.
But she came out and she said it because his wife addressed her because he died in I think like 99. So you know his wife came at her like, "Why you wait until?"
Oh, how did he die? How did he die? Because that would put that would put like intent. Like remember, she got the AIDS test, so in those in that time frame.
I remember her saying that, Vandy. He was at the top of the charts. He was a one-hit wonder. I remember
did, like some interviews before the movie came out, like with people. I think on what's that show with Lisa Ray and them when they're on there? She was on
Queens and Cocktails.
Yeah, she said who it was. She said it was Sharik. That's his name. Sharik. It's spelled weird.
Wow.
Does anybody know the song that he ever did? So I want to listen. I want to hear the song.
Whitney. Yeah, I got a problem with her.
She didn't use a name, but in the movie they used the name Ricky Tony, so they gave a fake name just to cover up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing about Ricky Tony? I think Ricky Tony. Remember, they used to be an R&B singer, so they probably like threw that off, like to be funny. There was Ricky. It was similar to that name, Ricky Tony too. So just to be funny, but she did do an interview confirming it was Sharik. She did about like 3 of them.
Wow. Why would you even say that though, girl? If she didn't name who he was.
Right.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Well, I feel like she cheated us. Like
she had a little joke in them interviews though, so don't quote me though. So maybe she didn't pay attention to what she was doing. Like I ain't even say him in the damn movie. So what the hell am I telling y'all?
Yeah, it don't make no sense. Like why would you?
I felt like she scratched the surface on a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but she really didn't like get it. Like it was so much more with the whole.
She did, man.
And then on top of that, I felt like the movie was more, it was telling, the rise on how you became to where you are now, but it was really to tell the story about how her husband cheated on her. That was her way of
story. Yeah. And then let's talk about her multiple miscarriages and stuff like that. That's what really took me back. And that is her personal story, and that's what she wants the people to hear. Because we have to realize that she was on the radio the whole time. Every time she announced, I'm having a baby, I'm having a baby, I'm having a baby. Yes. And then it's a miscarriage or it's this and that. And imagine you getting on the radio to the national world and then you miscarrying or so on and so forth. And like she said, all it takes for me to lie on my back. Oh, so I'm just going to lie on my back.
There was and then she said that the radio station didn't even want her to be on bed rest. Like they sort of gave her a hard time when it came time for them setting up in her bedroom so she could be on bed rest. That they were like, "Oh, really? You need to be on bed rest?" Like, okay. Like they really weren't down to do that for her. This is what she was saying in the after, biography thing afterwards that they were showing. But if I were her, girl, I don't blame her. 5 months into a pregnancy and then have to still do the epidural, still have to push, still have to do a full delivery. That messes with your mind. And I didn't know that her cope habit was as bad as it was until I saw the movie either.
Now, also too, I feel like she should have coded that too. This is how I feel about it. I feel like she did this movie to bash her ex-husband. That's how I feel. Yes, and I feel like she hid a lot of stuff. Like she basically swept her coke habit under the rug, kind of. Yeah, she talked about it, but she didn't talk about how bad it was. Like,
yeah.
And everything was about her husband. Like, girl, we all know you knew, everybody knew. So what's the big deal? Like, we want to hear about you. We don't want to hear everybody know about the baby. We know about him cheating. We know about all that. We want to hear about the stuff that you did.
Right.
Don't sugarcoat the shit. So that's how I feel.
Because it exactly. When you said in the movie, I said, okay, that's it. It
was short.
It was short, and I said, all right, it was a 2-hour long on DVR, but when you skip past the commercials, I said, what's going on? That's it.
That's it, right.
They give us a 3-hour long of salt and pepper and leave a whole person out. We're like, come on now.
That's all pepper, girl. That's all Pepper thing still pissed me off because there was so much more to that damn
3 hours. I was like,
yeah. She did give a backstory of how their relationship started and everything, how he was and all and stuff like that. And that's something I didn't even know much about.
But we don't want to know about him though. We know more about him than we know about her. That's not it's not his story. It was her movie, not Kevin Hunter movie. That's something we know more about him. Then we knew you. We knew most of the stuff that you was talking about. Like, I want to hear everything. Don't hide. Don't make it seem like you innocent, because she tried to make it seem like she was innocent. It's not easy dealing with a dope head. I don't know, but I just know people have told me that it's not easy dealing with a dope head. So come on now, you wasn't innocent that whole time, and she tried to portray herself to be innocent. No, you're not innocent.
I don't think she. I don't feel like she tried to portray herself to be innocent. I think that
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think that she left out a lot of stuff. I don't think she portrayed herself to try to be innocent. To me, if you like, because like up until just not too long ago, a few years ago, people still thought that she was doing cocaine or she was doing something real bad. So I was confused by that. Like, did he put her in rehab? Did she put herself in rehab? Like, how did all that happen? But I don't feel like she made herself.
She was
like a good person at all, because she still had her fuck ups too. But I do think she left out a lot when it came to where she was at fault in the relationship as well. Because I don't think it's all on him, because you stayed with him. You knew how he was. Yes, he was your executive producer and this, that, and the other, but like there was still something else.
A lot missing.
A whole lot missing. A whole lot missing.
Like her first husband.
Oh, right, that she completely glimpsed over. She did.
I had to look him up.
She was like, but he wasn't trying to mention. What you mean? I don't know.
What did I say his name was? I forgot when I sent it to y'all, the first husband name, but yeah, I had to look him up last night. Who was her first husband?
How did you glaze over something that
no more after that
whole husband?
Horrible.
Me too, Vanity. He definitely needs therapy. He does. I don't either. Salt and Pepper
Who
was
needs
wrong.
Therapy now?
Dead wrong.
Check what Wendy's son.
Wendy's son, hell yeah.
And, no, but she's very protective of him, and that's a good thing. As mothers are to their only son. Yeah.
It's awesome, yeah.
He had a mother as a dope head. He need therapy. Therapy.
Wow.
She ain't lying.
I don't doubt he broke her down mentally. Yeah, I don't doubt he broke her down mentally. He seemed like he was an ass. Just from the portrayal of the movie. And then, like I said, afterwards, the interview where they were interviewing everybody, like in her camp and all that, they all said that he was like what he said went.
He was a whole asshole. That's like when she was in New York or whatever and stuff. Like, he felt like he was Wendy. Like, because I'm married to Wendy, I'm Wendy. So you supposed to give me the Wendy treatment. You know, and so much. Yeah, he's a jerk.
But also, too, we gotta be careful. Yeah, he might have cheated, whatever. Hell, he ain't the first person to cheat. Ain't gonna be the last. Men cheat, women cheat. Mostly everybody.
And she was complicit with it. She went with it. And like she said, she wanted a protector, somebody to have her back. So she went with those whole 13 years, like she said, with that man cheating on everybody because she wanted a protector. And everybody, cancers. I'm a Cancer. Okay.
Angie Martinez was gonna get on that behind with that mouth, so that's how her and Kevin got.
Sometimes Cancers, they decorate the inside of their shell, meaning the inside of their house. So we're frugal with our friends and everything. And once you get that protector to protect the outside of your shell, I think that's what it was. So she was having him to protect the outside of her shell, and she wasn't worried about it because inside of her shell is where she could be Wendy fucking Williams. And now he came out of the shell and discovered
and then think about it, because she
looked at it.
He rolled for her in a weird way. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because, like I said, at the end of her job one day, Angie Martinez was gonna fuck her up. You understand? Because of her mouth.
Everybody's gonna fuck her. Did y'all catch the total scene in the movie though? Did y'all catch the total? Did y'all catch the total? Let's know.
And whatever, he was in it. So that's what made her fall in love, because she was scared to leave the building to go home because she was gonna get her ass whooped. And she called him, and he pulled up. That's mine. You're not touching her, Angie. You understand?
But
And
why she make it like he like popped up with the total thing? No, she called him. She
right.
made it like he like rolled through like a gallant soldier to save her.
No,
No,
he
bitch, you
just
called him.
tried to do it. Oh, you about to get your ass whooped?
That is total.
I don't know if she was trying to call her because she didn't even know what the hell was going on. Everybody told her nothing. She was leaving from work, and then they were watching outside and said, "Who was that?"
I thought that was funny the way Total pulled up. Total pulled up like, bitch, what's up now, ho? Come outside. Ain't nobody gonna jump you.
What did happen to them? It's like what she said was like, what happened to them? They just set up
But she should not be scared at all.
Guys, the crazy part is everything she said about Total was true.
Yeah.
Everything she said about them was true.
Like, well, y'all broke because we haven't heard from y'all for a long time.
But you know what?
Yeah.
The reason why she was hated is because damn near everything she said was true.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first Black person that came out with this gossip like this. Now, had it not been for Wendy, we wouldn't have no Queens panel, no Hollywood Online, none of that stuff. No, none of that stuff. She came out. She was the pioneer that set that and made that shit what it is now. That's why a lot of these celebrities didn't like her, didn't fuck with her. Like Young Buck didn't like her, Monica didn't like her. Exactly. I remember a lot of people wanting to cuss her ass out. Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E. It was a lot of them that couldn't.
Okay, and Auntie Momo, to what you said, the credence, what you say, she spoke about Monica's first boyfriend committed suicide. She also spoke about Puff not paying the artist. She also spoke about Snoop Dogg cheating on his wife, being a serial cheater. Okay, and those are things that throughout the years have come to be true. Right. Monica spoke about her truth. Snoop has spoken about his truth, and so on and so forth. She was giving us the beans. She was spilling the beans. She wasn't lying. You know, it wasn't. She was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Baby beautiful. Welcome.
Weeks ago. Very prevalent. This stuff happens. So it's having someone who's speaking on it and speaking in the truth and bringing it to light. They said, "Why is she telling everybody I'll stick with business?"
Right. It seemed like she was a liar and just making up stuff that she went along when it was all factual.
It was factual.
I wouldn't say everything was true that she said. My problem with Winnie is if you can dish it, you should be able to take it. So don't sit up here and say you want privacy when your shit fucked up.
I don't think a lot of what she's. Well, I think that maybe a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of what she said was true. Like, who's that? Somebody just said
a little bit.
They didn't want their truth.
Yeah, I don't believe all of it was true.
I just know, but we all have all the everybody. That's true. Everybody that she called out discredited her and just called her a cokehead. And remember, like she was like, "I don't do coke, I don't do coke," but they discredited her by saying, "Oh, she's just a wild cokehead, like she's out of her mind." Yeah. She was a cokehead, but what she was saying was the truth.
Right.
So they used the coke to discredit her.
So you better watch these people or whatever. You'll get the
Whitney Houston's interview will go down as the best interview in history, baby. They played a little bit of that interview on the thing afterwards. That interview was good as hell. She was
what did you say, Mama?
So what she did with Whitney Houston when she was asking
Whitney couldn't stand her, baby. Baby,
why are you speaking on me? Why are you speaking on me, Whitney Houston? Why are you speaking on me?
You know, they did end it civilly, but it started off turned up. It went real turned up, and then it got fine afterwards. Yeah, I was like, just asked her all the questions.
My best interview with her is Judge Mathis. Whitney Williams and Judge Mathis. That's my favorite interview. I don't care what you say. And then second is Foxy Brown.
I'm a crackhead, baby. He was on it.
Are you still a crackhead, Wendy? Are you still a crackhead, Wendy? Wendy? Are you still a crackhead, Wendy?
It's the explanation on the D for me. Wendy.
Wendy.
She was a true dope head, though. I mean, and she never got. She needed to get off the drugs, though.
Yeah, I don't buy that exactly, Sean, because she just said she went cold turkey for 4 days.
That's
4 days. Okay, 4 days.
Yeah, that is not 4 days. Right. 40-year habit. And you
but you've been doing coke like the whole year. So 4 days revitalize you out of 4 days. No, I don't. I'm not buying
4 days.
Okay, and another scary.
Because I see patients go through it every day.
Okay.
Another scary thing is like y'all know that I smoke my reefer. So I smoke my weed. So smoke comes out of my mouth. You know what I rolled up, you know what I put into my chalice, you know what I'm saying? But for people that do pills and those things that you can't see, it's very scary because you think they're regular people, then you feel like, oh, you was a cokehead the whole time, bitch. You do meth, bitch, like the whole time. And I'm like, shit. Well, at least you can smell the weed on me. I don't know what the fuck that shit smells like or what to look for. You know what I'm saying? You know that I smoke chronic, but that shit is like it like blows my mind that y'all just walking around. She's in a bathroom sniffing. She had the little mirror. She had
people. You gotta watch people. People that go to the bathroom too much and shit like that. That's what. That's the powder room. That's the.
You have to go to the bathroom times. I'm gonna ask you, what are you doing in there? You got
sunshine. Exactly.
Yeah. How many? Okay. If I drink 4 of these a day, I'm gonna piss a lot. And that's in my personal bathroom. This is water. But what the fuck? You don't drink 4 of these a day. So what the fuck is you doing in there? For real.
High is not a long high.
Well, what I was saying about Kevin Hunter is like, yeah, he was bad, but I can't believe everything she says either, because I'm gonna use Whitney Houston as an example. For many, many years, they said that Bobby Brown was the one that started her on drugs. When it was them that started him on drugs.
We all thought that Whitney Houston was the little angel, and she was.
And she was not. She was on drugs already when he got with her. They introduced him to some shit.
Exactly. And to bounce off what Sunshine was saying, she was complicit with his cheating. She knew he was cheating. So she basically gave him the road to cheat. What woman is going to allow their husband to cheat? You may forgive him the first time, but how many times you let him keep going and going and going?
Unless you got an open relationship.
Exactly.
She's a polyamory person.
She still would have been with Kevin if that baby would have never had a baby.
I agree. She even said she can forgive an affair, but she cannot forgive a baby.
Yep.
She said that.
And why can't she forgive the baby? She can't forgive the baby because all of those miscarriages. Yeah.
When she went on that show, the Lisa Ray and them show, whatever stuff, she shaded the hell out that little girl. She said, "Listen, that baby is not my concern. He better worry about raising his daughter to make sure she stay off the pole." I was like,
she was like, "Hopefully that baby turns out smarter than her parents." Like Wendy don't give a shit now. Wendy is hurt.
I don't know why people expect her to have a relationship with this child. Like,
I don't know why they would even ask her that. They're asking her that to be petty.
You know what Wendy Williams is? You know how people.
I didn't get that either.
They asking her that to be petty. About that child. Really?
You know how
but
people have.
You the child that your husband done had an affair on? I don't know.
Did that baby look like my husband?
And excuse my language, but fuck that baby and fuck the mama too. Shit. Shit.
Fuck you, bitch. Listen, Wendy Williams, you know how everybody has
the funeral. I wonder how she feels about that. Like, you like,
girl, break like that, girl. To hell
wait,
with that
James. See, James. Listen, okay. Wendy Williams is the ugly side of a cancer. How everyone has like how cancers, they think they act like, you know how 50 Cent is a cancer and he's mean as fuck.
Child.
Wendy Williams is narcissistic cancer. It's like the world revolves around my ass. So I need everybody that's viewing, we all are not like that as cancers, okay? We are loving creatures. But that's what happens. No, but that's the ugly side that y'all be talking about. Because somebody vexes you or fucks you up in your life and you live your whole life that way.
Right.
And they both exhibit that. 50 Cent, Wendy Williams, ugly cancer traits.
Well, it makes sense. I didn't even know that they was both cancers.
It does make sense. It does.
When he brought up about the meth thing, I'm like, damn, you still on Wendy, boy? Like,
he don't let nothing go. He don't let nothing go. He don't
everything.
He's the side of cancer that comes out of me when you piss me off. Like, you piss me off, I'm not finna get revenge against your ass. I'm not finna let it go. I'm not finna stop until I got them win. And you gonna know that shit. You gonna know when I'm done. You gonna know when I'm done because I'm gonna be done when I'm done.
You're going to apologize for being rude to me, bitch.
Because that's my whole thing, and I'm a Capricorn. It's like, especially if I'm good to you, I'm gonna get your ass. Like, I'm gonna get you good.
I'm gonna get your ass, right, straight up.
Why, Tracy? Tracy, why? What do you feel different about her now?
Different. Okay, yeah.
I have a completely different feeling about Wendy. I can honestly say I feel a little bit more empathetic towards her just because I've seen her struggle. I've seen what she went through, and I see now why she is the way that she is. I can honestly say that because at first,
exactly,
I thought that she was just this loudmouth ass woman that likes to be in everybody's business and this, that, and the other. But I can even say that about myself. For somebody who may not know me, who may be a coworker that I don't necessarily talk, or whatever. Unless you know me, know my struggle, know what I went through, then you can have a better appreciation of me, why I am so strong and why I am so blunt and outspoken and different things like that. She
and
is
protective of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You see the vulnerability and the vulnerable girl inside her, like
absolutely
evil, villain. Like, you understand, like that shit came from somewhere.
And I still don't care for. I feel sorry for her about the babies, but everything else, I still don't like her.
You so mean, Sunshine. Sunshine,
she is mad.
You would fuck you more.
Wait, she is a mess, but she's.
I've seen her as okay before, but I can honestly say I do have a whole new appreciation for Wendy, just like the Salt and Pepper movie. I ain't gonna lie, I love the hell out of Salt and Pepper, Cinderella. I got whoop-de woo. But after seeing after this movie, now fuck Salt and Pepper.
It takes a real motherfucker to own their mess.
Yes. I was like, she's such a sweet, nice lady and everything like that. I'm like, damn, y'all some evil bitches. Like, I can't.
For real.
Yeah, Vanity, her mom was something else. Yeah.
But that's also Wendy's fault with her mom too. She put her on a pedestal like my mom. If your mom was that rude to you and that mean to you, that's that cancer. That's that cancer shell shit. You want everybody. The shell is pretty on the outside, on the inside. But
haven't spent that as far as her not showing up at the funeral.
Yeah, Brandon.
No, she said her brother was fighting people at the funeral.
No, I know
her brother. Yeah,
you see, the brother did a watch party last night.
Yes. Yes, it was so creepy.
You're doing a whole watch party so you can get your little point off of her. Come on now.
And no disrespect, but he is like, that wife is a cover of whoever she is, honey.
Yep, it's called a beard.
It's like what we all like.
It's called a beard. She is his beard. She is his beard.
Yes.
Yep, she is his beard. Because you know what? He's an attractive man. I'm not going to say he's an attractive man. You know what I'm saying? And he's above 6'3". You know what I'm saying?
You say he's attractive. You told we talk about her brother.
You're gonna have to get your look category together.
But can I finish? Wait, y'all counting now.
Go ahead, baby,
y'all counting. Let me finish though. But when he started talking about the pink tea, I was like, oh. I was like, I don't like you got to be like just regular. And then when he's in his convertible, he started doing his shoulder like this, and he was like, Wendy. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. He took everything out my, you know what I'm saying? Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, but for me to a man attractive is a big nigga nose, big nigga lips, big ass head. You know what I'm saying? So you can do whatever stage.
He looks like Gargamel to me. I'm sorry. He looks like a bald-headed Gargamel.
Oh, yes, Cola.
Oh, I'm about to shoot you in the face. No.
Oh, my God.
Wait, no. Y'all get him on. Oh, my God.
He do got head for days.
But like I said, a big head, like nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? But when he started talking about the pink tea, he threw me back. And I was like, my wife. And wait, did you guys catch in the last thing he said, my wife's hairdresser is going to come over and with one of his male friends. And he like, he did this. He with one of his male friends.
Like she better run.
She dipping and dabbing with the hairdresser and the male friend too.
Yeah, and when he said the male friend,
the wife might know.
No, I think she does. I think she does. She's a beard.
They be knowing because Chris They be knowing.
When he said the male friend, his shoulders went up like the male friend. Come on, I'm just They know. Yes. What are you talking about?
You a fool.
No, he did. The male friend.
Yo.
I cannot.
Hey, wait. And y'all remember Wendy the last week when she was promoting it? She was like, he'll like this dress. Talking about her brother.
I heard about that.
Yeah. And he was like, talk to your wife. And they like all lined up. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Wendy be knowing.
Like I want to know why he was nephew. Like what was the fight about? Like what was so important that you needed to almost push a coffin over? Like I needed to know. Like what
I need to know.
After? What was that?
What you say, Mizzle?
I would say the one thing about Wendy, she cries as Dr. John. Like she cries instantly. In that little documentary, she cried like every
yeah. She was drunk too. I think Wendy was drinking a little bit.
Explain about the funeral, and it's like, girl, can you get your story straight?
Yeah, Tommy's wife is a whole beard out here. He ain't fooling nobody. We know Tommy. We see you.
Right.
Girl.
Saying about how
just come on out. No, we cool. The gays is winning. You good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like come on out that damn closet.
Right.
Okay.
Tracy mentioned that how people idolize the terrible parents. Yeah, maybe they're trying to say they probably want the good relationship with them so badly, so they just ignore the stuff they did in the early childhood.
Yeah.
Probably now her mom made up, and that's why she couldn't.
That's what it gotta be, because the way she would ask for her mother and stuff, like at first I knew it was gonna be hard, but off of what I saw like on the show and stuff like that, how she put her mother. But then I'm like, okay, people is probably gonna spin it after seeing this movie, like, oh, maybe because some kids is like that, where they'll hold their feelings and then the parent that they supposedly don't like, they die and they just say fuck that shit. Like you understand? And then they don't go, or they just nonchalant about the fact that they dead. So there's probably gonna be some stuff with that coming up soon. But I would have never knew. You understand? Like she always spoke so highly, and oh my God, I wouldn't be the person I was without her. You understand? Like she give all the praises to her. So that's interesting.
Well, God bless Wendy. That if y'all have not seen the biopic, y'all do need to go check it out because it was very, very good. It was entertaining. But like Sunshine said, I feel like she scratched the surface on a lot of stuff. She didn't really get deep into details like she could have and gave us all the tea, because Wendy, you at least owe us that. I do appreciate the tea that you did give us, but you didn't give us the whole tea.
And you know what's crazy? If she would have just gave all the real raw tea, she can go ham in these streets after that, because it's like
she could, but unfortunately she opened up a can of worms on herself. So everybody in between that she didn't speak of has all reign to come out and start talking about, nah, Wendy, you was lying. And the point that I say is, remember, if she came out that she had a one-night stand with Method Man, remember that she outed Method Man's wife of dying from cancer. And that whole contentious thing. So the can of worms that she opened, she better be able to put every worm back in the motherfucking can.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah. That is true. But y'all make sure y'all check out that documentary if you haven't, because like I said, it was good. It was definitely a whole kiki, something to watch, something to keep y'all entertained. Moving on to the next thing, y'all. Next. It came out earlier this week. Sabrina Peterson is accusing T.I. and Tiny. First of all, it started as she accusing the T.I. and Tiny of holding a gun to her head after she had beat up one of T.I.'s ex-assistants. Now, this supposedly had happened years ago, right? Well, just recently, over the last few weeks, she has been posting inbox messages that she has been getting from a bunch of different women who are coming forward saying that T.I. and Tiny are basically involved. I don't like the word sex trafficking that people are using because I wouldn't call it that.
Right.
But they are saying that basically T.I. and Tiny have a pattern of drugging females, performing sexual acts on them or making them perform sexual acts on them, whatnot, being verbally and sometimes physically abusive. A lot of these women have no recollection of what happens throughout the night. All of their stories are somewhat the same. Some of the stories entail, some of the women are saying that, you know, Tiny is the one that basically initiates everything. She'll call them, have, you know, when they meet up in a strip club or whatnot, Tiny will invite them to the room. They get to the room. As soon as they get there, they're forced, as they say, forced. They're forced to take such drugs. The drugs are supposed to loosen them up. They either have sex with Tiny, they have sex with T.I. Some women are saying they waking up next to the security guard. They waking up next to different friends of theirs. One woman is saying that she woke up in between one of T.I.'s friends and his wife. So she's thinking that maybe the wife and the friend did something to her that night. But it's all of these different allegations that are swarming around the whole thing. Bill Cosby Gate. That's what everybody's saying, child. Now, all of this, of course, is allegedly, okay? It's allegedly. No charges have been brought up. All of this is just women that are coming forth and they're speaking their piece. Now, Shekinah thought it would be smart.
She snitched on everybody.
Girl, thought it would be smart to defend her friend. She went on IG and went on to sort of defend her friends, basically calling out Sabrina, saying Sabrina, weren't you the one that was recruiting hoes for them? Why don't you tell them how you was fucking T.I. and Tiny too? Why don't you tell them how you had a problem, how you was doing this, that, and the other? Shekinah got to understand, bitch, if some charges come up,
right,
you done implicated her ass. You done implicated
her
ass.
You know what's crazy? You know her using the word recruit? Because you know Shekinah's hood. I don't think she meant it the legal way, but it's still going to fuck them because it doesn't matter.
Yes.
But she said what she said. if that ever meant anything.
What she said. Now, all of these women are claiming the same. They claim that it was drugs involved. It was either Molly or X. That one woman is saying that Tiny actually like assaulted her, beat her up, or hit her somehow or another because she seen that T.I. was enjoying a woman a little bit more than he was enjoying Tiny.
Wow.
And you know one thing is, if this is all salacious, this is all gossip, this is internet shit. But if I close my eyes and I think about it, I can see Tiny being that person.
Me too.
I can see T.I. doing that, because you can't tell me that this nigga has green skin, but he's like, no, I'm white, green. But nigga, no, I see you as your skin is green.
Now
the implication goes, how many times has he been charged with this before this?
And then
how many women?
Sabrina's been on the scene for years with beefing with them. Like, she's not even new. Like, you understand?
She's not new.
So I'm like, I don't know what to think at this point. You understand? Because some people fall out with friendships and they're just so sadistic about it and so stalkerish about it. Like, who's to say that she didn't pay these people? Because it's a little weird. It's Bill Cosby all over again, and T.I. is not even on the level of Bill Cosby.
I'm happy you said that, Cola, because I looked at some stuff and people on Instagram that celebrities or, you know, and just on YouTube, they said that Sabrina paid them girls to say that. It's coming out now that Sabrina lied, don't have them girls lie.
This is my thing, though.
Damn.
If you got 30 females that's all coming out with the same story, right? 28 of them females are known to be lying like a motherfucker. Everybody know they for the streets, they lie all the time. 2 of these chicks might be telling the truth. That's still too many.
Right.
You know what?
Well, y'all know we heard that they used to do this. This is what T.I. and Tiny did. They had a history of having threesomes. So now, can we say assault? I don't know.
And then
But
and
they
this is
were
the point.
having threesomes. That's what they was
And
doing.
it's like all
Yeah,
of
they
this, like
were.
what Tiffany said, like this is not like new. You know what I'm saying? This is a thing everybody knows, that's what they into. Why now all of a sudden everybody is just all in
Want to
one?
say something, but
Nobody years is
and
that, you
again,
know,
on their point, nobody's going to force me to do any type of
around
drug.
years. You understand? We haven't heard none of this shenanigans. And like I said, the person is coming from is just so weird. Even with the whole thing about, oh, he pulled a gun on me and stuff. He's supposedly your kid's godfather. It's too much entanglement going on with what their shit is. You understand where like you
The
Yeah.
gun stuff,
have
the gun part, I believe, but all
No,
the
the
girls
gun
with the
part was true.
drugging,
That was
yeah, the
true.
gun, but with the drugs, like I was
right, the
saying,
drugs
as
is
I
a
was
bit
saying,
much for
you
me.
can't force somebody to take drugs, especially to pills and ecstasy. Those are pills.
Right,
You
and
have
that's
to,
gonna
you
be
know what I'm
funny.
saying?
Even if you
So
beat
that's where I'm
the
like,
up to make them take it, like, oh, bitch, if you don't take this perk or whatever, you ain't leaving this room. Why, when they got to leave, they didn't go to the police station? So nobody, people, you remember before you get drugged, you remember what's going on before you got drugged. You understand? You remember things. So nobody, you don't just get drugged and then erase your memory and then you woke up next to Bob or whoever. You understand? So nobody wanted, to go. Nobody got their ass whooped and was like, I'm going to say something. Like nobody. That doesn't make any sense.
remember, they walked into the room. They walked into the room. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
A lot of these women did say that, or some of them did say that they seen that as a celebrity.
Right,
It's an
Brandy, right.
opportunity. And so they were afraid, to miss out on an opportunity to be with this
And
star.
that never happened to them. That was
They
that's
need
sorry,
to,
that's
Vanity.
on them.
They need
Yeah.
to.
At the end of the
They
day,
But his
need
wife is
it's
in the
worth your
room.
just life and your safety. I don't give a damn how famous somebody is.
Yeah,
You gonna let niggas fuck your butthole off because you think you might get on a song or something like that? How's that gonna
That's exactly. One of the victims said she woke up and her front and back was hurting. Like,
wow.
Oh,
really?
Y'all know
damn.
what? I feel like this.
That's
I
a
don't
lot
care
of
about them having threesomes. Whatever the hell they do in their bedroom is their
Exactly. That's all on
business.
them.
That's how I feel. I'm not judging them for that because hey, I'm not judging them for go to the strip clubs because everybody know I enjoy a pole or two myself. So I'm just gonna say it like this. One thing I can say, Tiny and T.I. has never been quiet about what they have done.
Right.
Everybody knows
Right.
they like to have threesomes and all that stuff. So don't
Exactly.
everybody can't sit up here and act. No women can't sit up here and act like they shocked and don't know what they get down with.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they can't. They can't.
I do call Tiny and T.I. for not protecting themselves. Just like Vanity said, they need to have people sign an NDA like Candy M do, like a lot of stars do. And y'all already know what y'all
Yeah,
going to do.
okay.
Y'all already know y'all finna get fucked or whatever.
They
So
are
what you
exactly.
talking about?
Remember, like I said, you walked into the room. They walked into the room, and what the sunshine just reminded me of the story I wanted to bring up about my uncle. My uncle, they called him a cheater. He's a cheater. He's a serial cheater. That was the family situation. That was the rumor. But he was in a polyamorous situation. He had two wives, two in separate households. You know what I'm saying? They both knew about it, and not until me and him sat down and we was clowning. You know how uncles talk. you
Yeah.
know, he was just chucking it up. You know what I'm saying? But for the longest, he has had, you can say, two wives, but they're not married. But two situations, and there's six kids in between the
Wow.
two.
Gee.
The two. But he's had that like forever. But he was never a cheater. That's what he wanted. That's what they signed up for, and that's what they got. And the women are complicit with it. They're comfortable with it. And I was like, oh,
Exactly.
yeah. And they don't when they come, But the problem with that is that they can't come over, with the family thing because that's why he's labeled a cheater. You
Right.
know,
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they just keep it to themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they don't put it on a loudspeaker. It's not like doo doo doo, I got two bitches. It's not
Yeah.
like a nature boy or anybody else, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and he's very respectful about it. Um, but it's just like I said, it's not on a loudspeaker. Sorry, but
And do
yeah,
any of y'all know Auntie Hammy on Instagram, the one that do that 22 song Pum Pum?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, she posted on her Instagram. There was a lady. that got a child neglect charge. I forgot what the lady, because she put the whole news report and whatever. She got a child neglect charge because when Tiny and T.I. were over in Miami or whatever, they seen her, they liked her or whatever. She had her kid in the car, and she left her kid in the car to go with them to go bust it open.
What?
So we got to about some of these people that's saying this stuff too, with like where you meeting them, what's going on, because anybody that would leave their child or bust it open, like you couldn't get their phone number or something, and met up later after you got your child someplace safe. You understand where? So I don't know, but like I said, it's just too weird that all these years that they've been doing this is not a 5-year. This they've been together a long time.
Yeah.
They might as well just say it. I mean, come on, like just put it on your fucking sleeve. We're swingers.
They don't have to put that on their sleeve. I mean, on their
they
sleeve.
do. It's not even a secret. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm like,
it's not a secret.
So, oh my God, they're having threesomes. They've always bragged about it. You understand? Like it's nothing new. They bragged about threesomes, popping the pills, getting lit. Like you understand? That's what they do. They never hid.
Right.
And T.I. makes it worse with his explanation.
With all this abuse going on, because we're not just talking about drugging people. We're talking about beating people's asses and stuff too. You understand? So at some point, nobody is just that scared of a celebrity that they're like, I ain't gonna say nothing. And especially with T.I., you know how much jail stuff T.I. got where the police is trying to put him in jail for guns and all type of stuff. That's the person that went to the police to go run and tell them something and don't be scared.
I do think that there are people that are absolutely afraid of celebrities and they won't say anything because they're afraid of the backlash that comes for that. I absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But everybody name one. Why? Money, lawyers. We can't afford lawyers. We can't afford the lawyers that they can.
Yeah,
go ahead, Mother.
It's definitely a lot of layers to this because I don't know the extent in which she would pay all these ladies all that stuff for what degree, what she would do, all that stuff like that. But I would say that in some way, shape, or form, it's kind of some truth to what they're saying. But we do have to understand that we need some hard evidence.
Right.
Right.
We don't need, although we are the world hand circle. Come on, we not
hard evidence. Let's see what is going on. Let's see the documentation and stuff like that. So I could believe some of this stuff that's happening.
Even with Sabrina. Sabrina's trying to fashion herself into this woman empowerment person, right? This is her thing. Sabrina cut some chick a couple years ago, sliced her face open.
Yes, and she does. She goes on like tours. She has like tours with it. Women empowerment tours.
That chick. So that chick is now coming out as far as this stuff because this chick you done cut this girl, you done scarred her mentally probably because can you imagine cutting your face with a razor or whatever and stuff, and then the person that cuts you want to contact you and stuff?
Do you know Sabrina runs with the lady from what's the lady from Housewives of Atlanta, the Phaedra one who I don't even know her name. She ran for governor and lost.
I remember who you talking about. I think
she was pardoned.
And Apollo was scamming.
Yeah, but they like go on like a woman's tour together. Not Phaedra, but the I don't know her name.
Sorry, Angela something. It's Angela something. Is the
they go on tours and do like women empowerment shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They like the circle is like connecting.
And with how I think it's layers because we need some documentation. We need to
it's a lot of layers.
You can't automatically ignore the ladies.
I don't think all of them are telling the truth, but I don't think all of them are lying. You get what I'm saying? But see, the ones that are lying are messing it up for the ones that really are telling the truth, though.
Yeah, and also with his explanation with his video. If you really listen to him, he didn't really deny everything they were saying. He basically was spinning words and putting words together to make it seem like it's intelligent.
He's not like a messed up politician. I'm not even gonna front. He was better off not putting that video out there because he was sounding like it was real rehearsed and stuff. Where some things you don't need to come to social media and address. Like let your lawyer talk and address it. Because he kind of made himself look a little guilty to me because it was too put together. You understand? It's like all these big words and all this other stuff. It sounded like you was running for governor. It didn't sound like you was trying to clear up that you ain't drugging people. You know, it was too much. You should have probably just been quiet on it and let the legal things do what the legal things do.
and then he said things was consensual. I said maybe it was consensual if they took the drug, but at the same time, when you take drugs in your system,
it's not consensual no more.
And it's hard to fight consent when you have drugs in the system. So you got to all the way. You can't just say, "Oh, it's consensual. They took the drug." Yeah, but they could change their mind. Something could have happened.
Right. Because when you're on drugs, you're not in your proper state of mind. So maybe when they came up there, they wanted to do all this stuff with you. They took the drug, and somewhere, like what Mizzle said, somewhere in the middle, they may have decided, I don't want to do this. You understand? But they can't fight it off. They're probably laid out. There's nothing to do about it. That's where it gets funky for them. You understand? Where if y'all want to do all this stuff, maybe you need to just do this stuff with sober-minded people, do the NDA and do that. But putting drugs in the mix, it's not consensual after a person is drugged. Whether they took the drug on their own or not, it's not consensual because you're not in your right mind.
So y'all, what are y'all? Let's get into Shekinah real quick. Y'all know Shekinah took to Instagram, called herself trying to help them out. And like I said, you was helping them. Let's talk about how you was helping recruit the hoes and how you was doing all this for the hoes and this, that, and the other. Shekinah basically, she fucked them. And if T.I. was smart, I would be like, look here, I'm going to sever ties with your ass because you can't damn much.
She dry snitched.
Afterwards, she tried to go back and pussy pop and backpedal, like people like to say.
Her and the Sabrina shit got their own history.
What she said.
Too much. She should have just shut the hell up. So her making the statement, I don't think it was more so for Tiny and T.I. I don't think it was so. It was more so she was getting at Sabrina, but you fucked your friend in the
Shekinah is an example of a coattail rider jumping on the bandwagon. Her saying something had nothing to do with anything in between. She's always in somebody else's business that has it has a minuscule to do with her. So she feels that this is my friend. I can say this because this is my friend.
Yeah,
but what she did in this situation is snitch on her friend because she wanted to be bold and get that clout, should we say, that cliche ass word? Yeah, she drive it into her lane, and now she's talking. She's jumped into the conversation, so now she's a part of it. She snitched on her best friend, as she said, and it's ridiculous. She should not have done that.
Because they will have her right up there, and she will be getting questioned because she's talking like she's in the mix and knows the most. So they gonna want her. And she
for Pete's sake, Shekinah has been on lives with Roland Ray, with what's his name? What's his name? Women's.
Andrew Caldwell.
Yeah, okay. And Cherry Boom Boom, and we can go forth and forth. She's been on every person that you will say popular influencers. Have you?
They not no popular influencers.
That's why I paused. Come on, don't say that. Come on,
popular influencers. They ain't.
But that's how they feel. That's how they feel.
But you know what? Honestly, y'all, at the end of the day, I sort of feel like, and somebody said this earlier, I feel like this is a way for Tiny to sort of control T.I.'s cheating at the same time.
That's so manipulative, but okay.
And I feel like Tiny's like, well, shit, I want to get my rocks off too. So this is her way of getting her rocks off as well at the same time as controlling Tip's cheating. Because he gonna cheat.
And when people can stop calling her stupid, exactly, like, how am I stupid?
And she can be like, no,
I know, exactly. That's what it is. It's a whole scam because who wants, like, I get probably people wanting to have threesomes once in a blue. Not me personally, I'm just saying people because I'm not secure enough for that bullshit. You understand?
Wait.
I think maybe people that do it, wow.
Ladies, is T.I. that fine? Is he that fine? Worth it?
You understand? Where it's like they don't have sex one-on-one. Like they have sex like threesomes all the time. Like in order for them to have sex, it seems like they gotta be a person involved. That's what this shit makes it sound like. You understand? Like,
and then one girl said she had to go to the emergency room, girl, because she was doing blowjobs for 6 hours.
Oh no.
She got tonsillitis and swollen throat, had to go to the emergency room.
Ciao.
Bitch.
What?
Where?
the report said that the woman said she had to. Now another woman is claiming that T.I. likes toys as well. All of this is allegedly now. All of this is allegedly.
Wait, Miz, wait, Miz. You hear this?
After 6 hours of
So
performance.
now, does he like the bean that you talk about? Is that the bean? Is he into the bean?
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Y'all remember that picture that was floating around with T.I. posing with his legs open and he was naked and stuff sitting on that thing? I don't like T.I. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
Like my sister said, shuck it, duck it, quack, quack, goddamn it.
Quack, quack. If it's a duck, it's a quack like a duck. It's a motherfucking duck.
Shuck it, duck it, goddamn, y'all.
Boy.
We gotta see, because I can eventually see this charges being brought up. If I were, and I hate to say this is mean to say, but it's just real. If I were Todd and Candy or Rashida and Kurt, I kind of distance myself a little bit from that. You understand? Because that whole situation with them is about to hit the fucking fan.
No,
it's about to.
I don't think it is. I believe Sabrina. I honestly believe Sabrina is. She's not telling the whole truth. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that T.I. and Tiny has been known for having threesomes, and I feel like any person that walks in their home, and if you sign a NDA or whatever, you already know what you're about to do. That's just how I feel about it. I don't.
Yeah, like you walk into the room. You walk into the room.
I don't believe it, but it might encourage other people that may have participated with Todd and Candy and God, like, oh, I'm gonna get a check too. Let me hop on the Grammy train because it's too many Candy and T.I.'s train.
But if they got an NDA and you ain't getting nothing, you signed the paper. I believe so.
If they sign the NDAs, but now that they're taking it from threesomes to sexual assault to trafficking, I can definitely see some sort of.
I don't believe in the trafficking thing. I don't believe that's true.
To me, it's real touchy and weird because it's like what they're trying to say trafficking is they're taking people from other states and bringing them to have sex.
I don't believe it.
But that's what trafficking is.
I'm a grown up that lives in New York and I want to go to Atlanta to have sex. That's not trafficking me.
Okay, wait, no, it's not trafficking. Okay. Paying for someone's flight where they're flued out. You know what flued out is? Okay, a bitch get flued out. That's not trafficking.
Right.
You get flued out. So they pay for your ticket elsewhere and you go back where you came from. Flued out. So trafficking is them taking them without their consent. Without their consent.
So they're bugging the hell out when they're trying to use that. Like they're trying to make it sound.
I don't know why it's even going there with the whole trafficking thing. I don't see that. I don't even know why.
That makes no sense.
I guess because it sounds
more. Hold on, Tracy gonna get on. Let me see, Tracy. I got to make sure that's you, Tracy, because you know Bobby out here.
Yeah, Brandy. Oh yeah,
fuck with Bob.
Smell like too.
Bob
and just like Brandy
said, if he pop his ass up.
Shakana also made a good point too about Sabrina. She used to screw them, so I feel like Sabrina is just mad because they ain't screwing her no more.
Yep.
Exactly. And
Sabrina's whole problem with Shakana is that Tiny was too close to Shakana. Like, who's this bum? I'm your friend. You understand? That's how their stuff even started years ago. So that's what it is. She probably thought that, oh, y'all got Shakana, y'all got a new chick, y'all boinking. Okay, I don't like her. So that makes
now Shakana said today, I mean, on her thing, she said she's never had sex with them. Never. She said
that was Sabrina might have thought in her brain when Shakana first popped on the scene because she had no reason to come at Shakana the way she did.
No, she didn't. She did not.
Her dumb ass probably assumed it.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, because you.
So listen.
Yeah, let's make
so my childhood best friend moved to Atlanta to go to Clark University. So this is someone who I know personally has told me, this was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, that they go to the strip club, they pick people up from the strip club, the NDA is signed, the strippers know. It is a known thing. There is no secret. They already know that you're doing multiple drugs when you get there. They're given to them
on the ride to where they're going, where they had an issue where one of the strippers came from Houston or someplace like that, but they didn't actually, the person backed out or she changed her mind or did whatever, and they didn't send her back home. So for years, there has been like when she says like it is very common for 12 or 13 girls all at one time to go.
Wow.
So I think where it gets a little muddy is some of it is a known thing that multiple people know they partook in. So it's not a secret.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard to get 30 people to tell you this story when it is a known thing that isn't a secret there. But I do think there is some truth to some of it because if you go with if you go with one of your friends somewhere and they tell you this is what we gonna do, and you like, girl, I'm with it, I'm about it, yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And then halfway, once you make it there and they go to give you the drug, and you like, you know what, girl, I thought I was ready,
Right.
but I ain't really ready.
Right.
But I ain't really ready. And then it turns into one of those where I thought I thought I could, but I can't, or I don't, or I whatever. So I agree with all y'all in saying it is something that is known about the couple. And they're not the only people there. Like according to her, it's very common to have these kind of entanglement issues or entanglement things going on.
Orgies, just say it. Motherfucking orgies.
I mean, orgies, but it's not just orgies, because they fly you to like Miami to go to work at this other strip club to go do these things, and then fly you back someplace else. So it is not. So it's not just the orgy thing. So I think when they're saying like that you're recruiting the girls, it's because you know what it is, you know what they're doing, you know what it's about, and then you go because you got some friends in Miami. You go to Miami, get them, and say, "Yo, do this, do that." And a lot of times, it's we're gonna pay you $3,000, $4,000, because some of them do just come to dance. So she was like, there are some that come to dance, but they're not there. They are recruiting because they're bringing people, but they're not partaking in it because they've been doing it for so long. They're not into them like that anymore, but they're into someone else. So the person brings them there because they feel comfortable with that person because they're like, oh, this is what it's gonna be. She do hair, so she do hair and makeup, so she gets
They sound like a
all
bunch of
types of everybody
bisexuals.
business.
They sound like a
So
bunch
it's
of
a whole.
bisexuals.
So I agree in saying some of it is a known thing that they partake in. They know what it is. They do it for years, and then you bring in somebody who you think may be cool with it, may be down for it, and they drug them, sleep with them, and then the person really ain't
like some real
down with it.
Jeffrey Epstein stuff, because that's what he was doing.
It is, but it's a little different because they know what they're getting into. Well, not completely what they're getting into, but they have an idea of what they're doing when they go there. So it isn't one of those, I thought I was just gonna go there and sing a song or rap on a track for you. No. They go there knowing you go there knowing what it's about to be. Now, you may not know that instead of it being 2 people, it's 8 people. Now, you may not know that part, but you know that this is where you're going. So it's one of those things where it's like,
that's crazy.
I believe it. What is
I mean, like Sunshine was saying, I don't think it's all true, but I think there is some sort of validity to something, because where there is smoke, there is fire.
Yeah.
There's something there. Whether it's like I said, I don't believe the trafficking for 1 minute. I don't believe the trafficking at all. I don't see that at all. But I do see Tiny as being very jealous. if there was a threesome going on, and maybe T.I.'s grunting a little bit too. He put his back into it a little bit too hard.
Or kiss in the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. You want to know who want to have sex with you? Yeah, like he's ugly. Like I don't get it.
Like, you know, how do they explain this to their kids? Exactly, because their kids are out here. Their kids are part of social media. They see this. Like,
I think their kids know because they've been talking about this on social media for years. Now, the drugging part, that's the explaining part, but the threesome part,
right. You got a point.
Thank you for coming up, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
But y'all, we gonna keep our third eye on that because we already know it's gonna be some shit with that. And I'm damn sure here for it. I'm here for it. Y'all, last thing I want to get into, and Sunshine, you're gonna have to let me know the ins and outs on this. Kiki Wyatt was on the streets of Bigo with Milan Christopher and MC Shaker. Right? Now, y'all, from what I've seen, y'all. Now let me just say this. I love me some MC Shaky, but MC Shaky will tell you himself, baby. He is the queen of messy. He is messy down. He is messy,
shitty.
Am I ignorant? I don't know who the hell MC Shaky is.
Yes,
remember we were talking about when he. Remember I was talking how he sued, super sued him, and he won a lawsuit.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
I liked him when he. Now I knew who he was as a bounce artist. I love bounce music, y'all. That's one of my hidden passions, my hidden pleasures. I love, girl. I will turn on my damn when it's 7.
Okay, speaking of bouncing, how them yoga balls going, y'all?
Say what?
I said, speaking of bouncing, how them yoga balls going? Y'all blow up the inflatable. Yeah, what y'all talking about?
We gonna bouncy
ball.
Yeah, where they at?
I was in the Bigo streets last night, early this morning, because I couldn't sleep. It was about 4 different bitches on yoga balls bouncing. I'm not even gonna lie.
I gotta blow mine up.
I'm telling you where.
All you gotta do is just sit here and do this.
Get money. Get money.
Bounce up and down. That's all you gotta do.
I need 4 more shields. Y'all run it up. I need 4 more shields. That's all they was doing. I was like, wow, really? But anyways, Kiki Wyatt had gotten. She was on the panel with Milan Christopher, MC Shaky, and a bunch, and like 3 or 4 other guys. And they got into an argument about fucking chicken, right? Well, MC Shaky, he had got on the line and said something like, on behalf of the Fat Girls and the Fat Girls Alliance, I was offended when you said
Girls Alliance.
Yes, the Fat Girls Alliance. He said that he was offended when Kiki Wyatt said that KFC was the original chicken. When KFC was not the original chicken, Popeyes was the original chicken. It was stolen from this old black woman, and the rest
already sounds trivial as fuck.
Right.
Hell.
I'm like, where are we going with this?
Now, she did this after they had that talk about the oppressed black people's not oppressed as much as the other groups?
That was before. I want to say that.
The black people just as oppressed as other groups and everything. I said, girl, the black people in the country have been more oppressed than any other group around.
I think
trying to say, and she said they violate you. So that was before the chicken argument.
I want to say her and MC Shaky.
Oh boy, this is no.
Fat finger gorilla or something like that, or a
green hair monkey.
Not a green hair monkey.
And I think that's
I'm like, this sounds entertaining.
Black people using this word, this and the other. She was like, black people are not the only people that have been oppressed. Hispanic people have been oppressed, and Mexican people. You know, she was just. I like Kiki, but
Kiki's going way too far with it. Let's stick on top of that.
Personally, I don't think she's too sharp. I don't think she's too sharp.
She's half black, she half white.
Right.
So we have to remember that. She's not all the way black. And
her mother's white. Right. So yeah, there might be a different outlook for her.
So we gotta look at it like this. He cannot tell her something about Kentucky when she lives in Kentucky. I'm pretty sure she was raised up on this whole story. Fat Shaky or whatever his name is, he started with her. He started with her.
Wait, what you call him? What you call him?
KFC and Popeyes. He came on the live messing with her. everybody know Kiki crazy, and she gonna give you what you asked
crazy
for.
as fuck. Exactly. Like,
She
why?
gave him what he asked for, so don't come and then everybody want to be like, oh, she called him a monkey. I sit up there and hear y'all, all of them, Milan, Shaky, all them calling everything in the book to each other. So don't get mad. Woman says, a real woman said something to you. That's how I feel because you started with her. That's how I feel. And Kiki is crazy. She crazy as fuck. And
she is,
she had me
that's
dying.
That internet shit. It sounds like
I
some
watched
internet
it live
shit.
myself. I was in that live when that happened. It was hilarious. And when she started singing Kool-Aid, I fell on the floor.
Yes.
Now I gotta come and watch Bigo because I be missing all
No, I tried Bigo. Bigo is a no-no. Bigo is a no-no. I'm not fucking with Bigo. And one thing I want to say to this, okay, before I say this, I love all my LGBTQ people out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm one too. But y'all trying to contend and get these women on your timelines, your Bigos, your YouTubes, by calling them out, by trying to create a confrontation, it actually makes you look weak as fuck.
Right.
So if you telling me like if you telling me it's like 4 of you fucking salacious niggas and whatever what you doing and you want to argue with a one woman, but you know Kiki Wyatt who she is for her voice, for her talent, but you can't have respect for her. That shit is played out. I understand it's the internet and shit, but I'm telling you, it's dumb. You look less than smart.
Starting with her, y'all. He came on the live, y'all. Like when he came on the live, he came at her about the KFC.
The only reason they're arguing with her because she's quiet.
Like fuck KFC all day. Like what? Like how did that work?
But this is the thing, though. He was joking.
How?
Offensively.
But she was over it,
joking.
She was
but
over
then, but you can say it was a joke. He should have said it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm playing with you.
The way he was saying it was a joking way.
He said it was a joking way.
And he said it in a joking way.
I don't like Shaky. Shaky is shady. And Shaky just said the other day when he was into it with who was he? He into it with everybody, and he doxed everybody.
He stays into it with people, baby.
He was on us saying he is a snake and he will snake.
That's the internet. That's
exactly
what he said. Salacious things for the internet.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
Okay, let's be respectful for his people watching us get us in trouble because a lot of us
say no thank you.
Because people that enjoy the YouTube streets, that enjoy the internet streets, are allowed to enjoy it. But people that fuck it up, we need to check them just like we would check them on the regular streets. They fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Because Bigo, though, you gotta understand Bigo, they drag people. Milan on that one, he got it too. He dragged Money Man whole freaking baby, a baby.
A baby.
So they need to go with that crap. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm just sorry. Don't come to a real woman because she coming and she defended herself. That's just how I feel.
A baby.
It was a stupid argument, y'all.
Tell me. So, when what part of that thing that chicken came up? Because all I saw was the pressure part.
Because they came from, so they were on another live. And that came from a whole nother live, that chicken story. He brought it back. She was talking about it on one of her lives or something. He brought it back to a whole nother live. And that's not even the topic they were on. It was not even in the live.
He released her credit score. He fights dirty.
Yeah.
He fights dirty. He released her credit score. Now, see, that's too much.
That's sad and disappointing. And I'm sorry people celebrate that shit.
You doxing a celebrity, not no Bigo celebrity. So not no Instagram celebrity. So you need to watch what you're doing because it's probably gonna bite him in the ass.
It
is because karma is a motherfucker and Jesus is better than the motherfucker and the karma.
He is crazy as a motherfucker. So she might have somebody catch him outside.
And she on her damn self, child. She throw it off
I feel like she should just fight him with the laws. Make him pay her. That's how I feel. Because
MC Shaky he has a penitentiary mind because he was in jail for like 7 years.
Him on that live. Like he couldn't take that drag.
She was like, you just going on now with your little fat fingers.
I'll probably
your little fat fingers.
I've been saying that for the longest, Tracy, and I ain't been back there since. But you'll be the first to know when I go back on Vigo.
Vigo is a hot damn.
No, I tried Vigo and I was like looking at shit and pressing buttons and this fucking unicorn and a flying dragon flew past and shit. I was like, what's going on here? I was like, no.
I get distracted too easily, and then when I see this little thing is shining over here, then I want to see what this is shining. But then I see something else that came, so I want to
popped up. It like popped up and then something ran across the screen.
And then I see something fly across. Like, what the fuck do I do?
Let's swipe the screen and that stuff will go away.
See, okay. Just like I said, y'all have your Bigo. Invite me to yours and I'll watch it. I'll watch yours. I'll celebrate yours. I got your back.
Watching folks on the TikTok. Other than that,
oh my God, TikTok but had me hollering.
TikTok is hilarious. It's way funnier than I thought it was. It is funny as hell.
TikTok having, and then Brandy said she got us hooked on this white dude. Oh my God.
Oh, is that the tattoo one? The one with the tattoo?
Baby.
Bro.
I watched all his videos.
It's hilarious. Like last night, like I said, I couldn't sleep. And
don't get me in trouble right now.
The For You page, and I'm laughing. I was in tears laughing just from all the different shit that was coming up, y'all. It is hilarious if you watch that, for real.
Yeah, TikTok be having me hollering.
What was that guy with the orange and
red? Yeah, 7. Yep.
Super, whatever his name. What was his name? He said that Kiki was talking about him and he was going off, and that she kind of was talking about chiming in. And the guy was orange and reddish hair, and he said,
Super
yes, that's what his name. What he was talking about? That was after the
talk. He don't know. He's so extra.
Oh yeah, he's real extra.
He's real. And I don't like him either.
Okay, y'all talk about Super Scent that Mills just brought up. Remember we talked about Sage and Gemini and them being together. They was in love. After all, they broke the fuck up. And remember, I said, how did she bag that? And y'all was like, he ugly as fuck. I'm like, how? Sage, no.
Wait, who broke up?
Sage, the Gemini, and Super Scent.
They broke up already?
Yeah. And remember, I was like, how she bagged that? I was like, it was like, make no sense. That was quick. Did y'all look at him up and see who he actually is?
Rebounds to each other.
That's him talking about? The orange and red?
Yes.
That's him, Super Scent?
Yes.
No, we're not talking about what Super Scent you talking about.
We talking about the makeup artist, the Crayola one, the Super Scent, the only one.
You talking about Muslim? Which one you talking about?
I was talking about the bigger guy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, his name is Super Tink, or whatever. And then
okay. Yeah, I'm talking about Super Scent and Sage Gemini breaking up.
Yes, Brandy. Super Scent did the silhouette challenge.
Dope. I loved her. Yeah.
I love
what's the silhouette challenge?
Did y'all see Common and Tiffany Haddish did the silhouette challenge?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is the silhouette challenge? I'm feeling old as fuck.
We gotta send it to you, brother.
Y'all know they're not her and Sad. Am I late? They're not together no more.
Who?
Her and that Sagittarius man.
Oh, yeah.
Sagittarius man.
Sagittarius ain't together no more.
It says the Gemini. They broke up. And y'all was like, he ugly. No, he's not. Y'all lie.
So she asked what the silhouette challenge is. The silhouette challenge is when someone wear like regular like a bedroom clothes, right? And they had like a song, oldie songs, and then they changed it to a red light background. And now most people, I'm gonna give you a disclaimer, most people use the red light background to be naked.
Yep.
Be naked and they do poses. And like I see, to be honest, I see a lot of guys doing it more.
Ooh, baby, them guys I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Baby.
What? Hey, baby. Hey, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, I've been here to follow all day. Follow.
And the song they use is Doja.
Me too.
It's like they're doing it more. And I said they're using that time to show they package and all that stuff. I said,
I see two so far. I see two so far. I was like, I didn't see that go rewind.
I'm about to log in for that.
No,
some people
see a lot, and you see a lot of guys doing it. There's some bad females doing it too. They go.
But have you heard that?
Nobody's be super to me.
No, nobody can be supers was the best. But some people are now taking the silhouette challenge to their OnlyFans page now. And so they're doing it a lot more on their OnlyFans page. Yes.
I love that you guys educate me on this shit. You like walking me and pulling me with my hand. Go look at this. So I go look all this shit up y'all just told me about.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm like, now look it up.
I was on FaceTime with my daughter. I said, "Oh, I can do this challenge off TikTok and silhouette." She's talking about, "No, you can't."
Oh well, shit. I can do a silhouette challenge, but I might get in trouble for it. But I can do a silhouette challenge for your mama. Yeah, I can do that for real.
That's what she was like. She was like, my stepdaddy is going to have a fit.
I saw something that said, "Be careful, don't do it naked because guys have found a way to take their filter off." I wouldn't even.
See, that's exactly why I don't be doing this internet shit. You see how that joy and they just snatch shit from us, and how that weird shit keeps in. That's why I don't be doing that.
That's crazy. Good night, Alia. Have a good night. That is crazy.
That is weird.
I like this challenge. That is nice. I've been seeing some nice ones last night. I'm gonna have to
sneak and do that one since I can't do the busted because baby, my knees won't let me.
I have to bust it and sit it down.
You've been trying to do busted for like the last 3 weeks and you ain't did it. So
I said forget it. But then I saw another way you can do it, so I don't gotta get down to the floor because
speaking of which, I'm gonna inbox y'all because I still want to do the Don't Rush challenge. And I'm trying to figure out how we can do it something that's all connecting us some kind of way. And I figure maybe Valentine's Day would be something cool to do it as. I'm gonna inbox y'all because I had some ideas in my mind, but I needed something that would connect us all some kind of way.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, Auntie Momo and everybody in the panel, I wanted to decorate for Valentine's Day. Is that weird?
No,
I did.
See, you better.
Because like I've never like done that like the whole like as you know.
Oh yes.
I got all the decorations from the dollar store and the little vase.
That's what I was gonna want to do. That's exactly I was going to the dollar store and turn it up.
The little vase and I just put them all around the house, and I got Valentine's Day pillows on my porch, and little Valentine's Day.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I'm gonna do. I was like, is it weird? Because I wanted to like put like the hearts up and like.
While we talking about decorating, I've been eyeing your picture in the back of you, Neil. Where you get that picture from?
What now? The only one with my high ass. Don't smoke weed. My husband brought that home.
I need that picture.
And he brought it home.
I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of his gifts he gave me.
That sounds like it would look good on my wall.
No, shut the fuck up. And not to mention it's one of a kind.
I read that.
You know what?
I was like, yeah, I can put that right over on this side.
I'm sick of y'all right now. You're not leave my picture alone. You can't see it anymore. You can't see it. You can't see it.
That's all we have for tonight. Y'all got anything else that y'all want to bring to the table?
Oh yeah.
Who had her second baby with her husband. Kelly Rowland, she just had her second baby.
Oh yes, Kelly did. Yes.
That's
I like Kelly. I like Kelly.
Titan is her twin. He is so precious. He's so beautiful. Were you getting ready to say something, Sir Neil?
Yes, I was going to talk about the celebrity boxing match between Tommy and that other girl,
Natalie Nunn.
Natalie Nunn,
They
and
already
I've been watching their banter. Like, how is this going to happen? Is it going to be staged or is it going
Oh,
to be
I'm
a
saying
real
it happened
boxing match?
already because Tommy's gonna kick Natalie's ass.
No, it's going to happen.
None. Have y'all seen her? She did a whole 360, baby. She paid a lot of work to look how she look now.
She don't even look the
You
same.
know, look,
She don't.
I was like, that's not her. That is not her.
But how are you gonna get in a boxing ring and when you got all that work done? Somebody fuck your shit up, your rhinoplasty,
Because
your
Tommy
cheek,
gonna kick her
your
ass.
nose.
She's gorgeous. She paid to be gorgeous, and she gorgeous.
Chrissy said one lady ate 5 pounds of mayo in 3 minutes. That's
What?
gross.
Lord.
Ew,
That's
what the fuck?
disgusting.
Oh yeah,
Ew, my
Brittany,
God.
I heard about that. Yeah.
No,
17 years old that murdered
no.
his family. No.
Yep.
Ooh, child.
The whole
You know,
family.
and have y'all heard about or read about these the people that rioted the Capitol, them committed suicide? It's up to 4 people that have committed
Are you
suicide.
serious?
What?
Yes,
Wow.
because the charges are they're figuring out who they are amongst the conundrum, and
That's
they've chosen to
crazy.
commit
So
suicide.
that was worth their life.
Yeah.
That's what
Literally.
they felt.
Dumb do you have
Literally.
to be?
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't.
That's dumb.
We'll go back to the cult. I think it's cultish behavior.
I seen that. Y'all see that the football player that choked out his girlfriend?
Oh,
Yeah.
that. Ooh. I was so mad, and his
The black
apology made it
football
worse.
player. I believe
His
he played for the
apology made it
Saints.
worse.
A white football
She
player.
died? She dead?
But she damn near died. He was
Mm.
white,
Damn near.
black. It was
He
something
beat her
about
like she was a man.
him or something.
Mm.
Something about the fact that she was like talking back to him, and he didn't like that.
Mhm.
So he damn near killed that woman.
That he has that football thing, that they all
Yeah.
get. So what's the name of it?
I'm trying to be
Someone
funny. I
corrected.
never dated out my race because I be damned if you get mad at me and we get in an argument and you call me the N-word because I'm gonna knock your head off.
And you gonna beat and how you gonna beat a woman like a man? He beat her so bad, like she had the pictures were
Ooh,
fucking
child.
gross.
I tell you, all the ancestry gonna come out my ass. We in a relationship. And you
That's
right.
why
And
I
you call
never
me
dated
nigga.
outside my race.
Baby,
Right.
the Kid K, Jane Pittman, all of them coming back, and I'm on maul your ass. You got me
There
all
is a
the way.
machete underneath my chaise lounge, and I will pull
And you
it
know
out.
what?
And you
Y'all gonna think I'm late for this. Mizzle, did you do Iyanla Vanzant review? Y'all don't think I'm late, but I'm just now getting caught up on the Kamaya Mobley story.
Yes, I did it.
Yeah. Yes, okay. I just now watched that movie today, y'all, and I cannot get that movie out of my head. Kamaya Mobley, her mother that stole her from the hospital.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I know who that. Yeah.
The whole time we've been on here, it's just the movie has just been replayed.
I watched it. Yeah.
They have a movie of it now.
Yes, it came on
See, that's why I'm so late.
Called the Kamaya Mobley story. How this girl grew up thinking the mother that raised her was her actual mother until she found out she was going for a job that she needed social security card and some identification to get the job. But her mom was like, "No, you can't get it. You can't get it. No, you don't need a job." And she said, "Why?" And that's when she finally told the truth. And so she told her the truth and said, "You know what? I kidnapped you for the thing." But the only thing about it is, I said she should know this person for so long. She still called her by her. She still called her mom. Even though she still searched to find her biological real.
It's called Stockholm syndrome,
and like that. And
where you love your abuser.
Had a relationship with them, and so the real mom was like, "I don't know why you will still have a relationship with her." You got to understand, you know this girl since birth. This lady, this woman for birth, like she didn't know anybody else, and that all this is confusing for her.
Yep.
Knowing that, wow, this person who raised me was actually not my mom.
Yep.
So crazy.
Right.
It's like who she else knows? That's the environment she grew up in. So it's like it was hard for her.
I cannot get that movie out of my head because I heard the story, and I finally, like I said, I finally seen the movie. I was waking up from I was falling down into a nap. And I woke up and seen it, and then I watched it again as the replay of it came on. And I don't know, this is just so random. We just talking about random stuff, but like I said, I'm late as hell. I knew of the Kamaya Mobley story, but I didn't know of it. And so she goes by both her names, Alexis and Kamaya. Her mother who kidnapped her is locked up for 18 years. She still supports her mother, still goes there, checks on her mother, and she doesn't have a relationship with her biological mother. Her biological mother even said in the interview that she wished she never even came back because she doesn't want anything to do with her. Like,
she brainwashed. I mean, you gotta realize she doesn't know. Like, she was raised.
She's a stranger, basically. Like, that's her mom, but she's a stranger. She doesn't know her.
That's such a tragic situation.
And her attachment is now with her. Her attachment is with the lady who kidnapped her.
Right. Lose your baby at 16. You get her back at 18 just to basically lose her all over again. Can you?
Yeah.
I would be so fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, that would mess me up.
That's a lot. That's a full loaded potato for your ass.
But now, Black Diamond, I didn't see that. I meant to go back to you on that because you and Vanity both said that when he thought he had choked the football player who thought he had choked his girlfriend or wife, whoever she was, he thought she was dead. Went and ate his food, and when she got up and ran to the bathroom, this food said, "Oh, you not dead? You still alive?" I read
the Caucasian one.
You think that was crazy? They had something on Instagram today with this dude, right? He thought that these girls was trying to set him up to be killed, right? This goes to show how clout chasing and social media is at an all-time high. He went on Instagram Live. He had the dead bodies in the thing. I think it was 2 white girls or something like that. He was sitting there talking about the guys was trying to set him up. The SWAT came and surrounded him. And as crazy as this sound, because he was black. You understand? He made it out alive. But that shit was crazy. Like, why would you go on Instagram Live with dead bodies of people you killed?
Wow.
And talk about, because these bitches was trying to set me up. He took one of the dead girl's hand, and when he had his blunt and put her hand, like used her hand, I guess, as a thing to like. Y'all gotta watch them.
Oh, that shit is crazy in the head. That's sadistic.
Yeah, he barricaded himself in the apartment. Yes. Some fool. Like, why would you do that? Like, even if you wanted to kill these people because they tried to set you up, why would you like go on live with that bullshit? Like,
he was doing drugs.
Right.
He was doing
drugs. Something, but it's like, boy, it's over for you. And then he on the line, it's over. It's over. I thought he's gonna kill himself.
Done.
That, like, you might as well just kill yourself. Talking about you can't do jail. You should have thought about that before.
Done.
What the hell? People are crazy.
For real.
Nuts.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that's a lot right there, y'all.
Nuts. For real. Wait, no, what was the other one? It was a story about she was the girl who was found in a truck who had been missing for like the last 4 weeks. And she was a very beautiful girl. Can't remember her name, but y'all chime in if you know the story. Her parents, everybody, she was in college. They reported her missing, and her boyfriend actually had killed her and had her in a truck for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, did we talked about that not too long ago, didn't we?
But the follow up,
I feel like we did.
The follow up is that he was abusive like the whole time, and I'm like thinking like from a brother to my sisters, is that like regular? To be
domestic violence in relationships?
No,
or what?
Domestic violence. Domestic violence goes both ways, so I'm not that stupid about it.
Yeah.
But as for like consensually and like agreeing with the domestic violence, like you want to be with that person so much, and it leads to your death. That was the question, because I'm not a woman. I don't have ovaries. You know what I'm saying? But I understand and I think like a woman, but I'm not a woman. But that whole concept of like sitting there and dealing with that physical domestic violence is like, how do you do that? So that was the question. I was like, and I looked at her story. I was like, wow, she really sat there the whole time, and he abused her the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so more about being a woman and men. It's just like by normalizing the abuse, normalizing the thing that you've seen this probably growing up, or you've seen this how it happens to you, or you've seen it at childhood. So you think that's okay. And to the point that nobody taught you any better, that it's not okay. It's good to run away, to leave before it gets too late. But unfortunately, in her case, she didn't leave. And she
right. Some people feel like what Mizzle said, like they seen it and they seen it so much that some females, not trying to be funny, they don't feel like you love them if you
And
don't.
that's right.
Yep. Yep.
That's right. Yep, you
See,
right,
this is why I
Cole.
opened up the conversation, because I want to know those things, because this is, outside looking in and vice versa, and trying to
Yep.
understand it.
That's true.
I thank God I've never been in that situation
too.
to feel like I have to be with somebody and I have to deal with their abuse in order to feel loved. But I mean, my heart goes out because there are, to this day, as we speak, there are women that are in situations like that. And I wouldn't know anything about that just because of the way that I was raised, the hands that God has blessed me with. I just can't. I can't do it, but my heart does go out to those women that have. That's sad, man.
If any of my sisters were ever in that situation, I'm rolling the fuck up. I don't give a fuck at where it is. If my sister was ever in that situation, that abusive relationship, I don't know what I would do to protect her. I would be willing to go to jail. It may be for 48. It may be 48 hours. It may be for 48 days. And depending on what I do, it may.
Want to do that, but
if anybody ever do that to my sisters, it's on.
Yeah, I agree.
That relationship as well, because you could do that as much as you can for her, but you could go to jail and do all that stuff for protecting her. But
right, and that happens a lot, Mizzle. That happens a lot where somebody comes to that person and
if she's not really too ready to leave, it is a hard situation because you want to protect her, but but she's going back to it afterwards. Protecting it for what?
Right.
Ready to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
You absolutely are right.
Domestic violence is horrible for either way it goes. Nobody deserves to be violently treated in a relationship.
Right. And I lost a few, aunties from domestic violence, and it's like they were killed when they were actually decided to leave.
Oh, wow. I have a friend of a friend whose mother was murdered in a domestic violence situation, and I couldn't even. She's a strong person. She is a very, very strong person. I couldn't imagine. Like you didn't lose your mother to any health issues. You lost your mother because somebody else decided that it was time. You know what I mean? Like my heart goes out.
That's how I feel about my cousins. They're way older than me, but when their mom, got killed, we were all raised together. My mom, we were raised as sisters and stuff like that. But if one of them up,
I can see that. Absolutely, yes.
That's called PTSD.
Yeah,
so sad. Did y'all have anything else y'all need to bring to the table? Because I'm hungry. I'm gonna give me something to eat, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, who's gonna bring me a plate? Who's gonna bring me a plate?
Yep, Vanity.
I ain't cooking shit.
I am hungry. It's usually when they decide to leave, they don't leave out of the same. Yes, right.
Yep.
That's so sad. To anybody going through anything.
Let's bring this energy back up in love and God.
Yes.
Let's bring this energy back up in love and God.
Yes.
My sisters, my brothers, everybody, Auntie Momo, this your show. Close it out, mama.
Well, y'all already know if there's any topics, anything that y'all want us to discuss for next week Sunday. I have dropped everybody that wanted the information out here, because I'm not going to just be putting anybody's information out here. They don't want it out here. Y'all can hit us up. Y'all can inbox us. You can email us. Let us know if there's anything that you guys want us to discuss. We're hopefully going to be making some changes. We're going to be doing some bigger and better things for everybody that everybody can be involved in.
She's growing, this way. She's growing. Look at her. She's growing. She's growing. Look at her. And I'm gonna be her right here in the field.
We're gonna be doing some really great things because we got some really great people on this panel. We also got a bomb executive producer that be in the background. Shout out to Brandy holding it down. Kiki in the background holding it down. But y'all, for real though, we're gonna be doing a lot more things for you guys. So I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. And if anything that y'all want us to discuss, y'all already know, hit us up, let us know. But until next time, Real Queens, Real Talk with the Queen's perspective, y'all. We out.
Good night, everybody.
Love y'all. Good night, everybody. Good night to my sisters and my brothers. I love y'all.
We love you. Love you.